1-2. Swung on and missed. Fuchs
coming in right side, Sip. Goes down to the slide and gets it.
Nelson's going to take off on the pitch. Switches a called strike 3. Anderson.
Wes Marshall pitches a ground ball through the infield on the left side. One will score. They're going to wave a second runner around. Throw will come to the plate. It is not in time.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on YourLiveEvent.com.
And at Hendrickson Field in Enderlin, North Dakota, we continue here for the Region 1 baseball tournament where it's overcast skies. There is some rain that's coming down right now on the playing surface. Calling balls and strikes here will be Justin Farkas. You have Dave Clun up the first base lineman. Tom Hirius will be up the third base line here for this contest between the Central Cass Squirrels and the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Central Cass, the number 1 seed here in this tournament, advancing with a 14-4 win yesterday in Kindred in 6 innings against Fargo Oak Grove. Cam Parker went 2 for 3, laid down the suicide squeeze bunt, and his next at-bat hit a 3-run homer as well for Parker in that 14-4 win for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. A 5-1 win over Northern Cass in this one. Just moments ago, 5-1 the final. So Central Cass Kindred-Richland, the winner will punch ticket number 1 to the championship series, and that'll be coming up on Monday. The games will be in Castleton as they are the number 1 seed, and in doing so and defeating the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers, they were able to advance here in this one and get to the championship at 7 o'clock in game number 1. And then the winner of this one in terms of Central Cass hosting, but the winner of this one between the Squirrels and the Vikings, if they win this, then they would have to get beat twice on Monday and Tuesday coming up this week to not advance to the state tournament. So it's a win where it puts yourself in a prime opportunity to really control things and set your pitching, especially, you take this game, you win, don't have to worry about playing Saturday, don't have to worry about playing Sunday, then all of a sudden you can set up your pitching staff for Monday and what needed be on Tuesday as well. On the opposite side, if you lose this game, you go to a contest at 5 o'clock on Monday in a loser-out contest, and then you would have to win that and then win this contest against either Central Cass would have to win twice against the Vikings on Monday, Tuesday, or vice versa. So if you win this, you don't win the tournament, but it definitely puts you in a really prime opportunity to get everything done throughout the weekend. This is our Irie Insurance pregame show. For more information, you can go online to IrieINS.com. That's IrieINS.com for all of your insurance requests. It's Kindred-Richland and Central Cass here in Enderlin. This tournament has moved to Enderlin for today after the deluge of rain and precipitation in Kindred in the overnight hours, and taking a look at it a little bit later on. So we are seeing some sun rays, though, peeking through the clouds here. Again, it's the mid-50s into the upper 40s as the game went on between Northern Cass and Kindred-Richland, kind of in the mid-50s, then it got down to the lower 50s on the radar earlier today, seeing some snow in the central part of the state of North Dakota, and that can just kind of stay where that is, particularly as right now as they are going through the starting lineups here for both of these teams. A reminder, this is a rematch of the Region 1 title from last year between Central Cass and Kindred-Richland, in which Central Cass won that one by a final of 10-1. Kindred-Richland 13-6 on the season. On the opposite side, Central Cass at 15-2. Central Cass looking for the victory here over the Vikings yet again as we take a look at their season meeting earlier this year between these two squads. On May the 10th, Kindred-Richland, a 5-0 win for Central Cass, and then also a 6-3 win in Kindred, alongside a 2-1 win on May the 13th. That 5-0 game was on May the 10th here at Hendrickson Field, in which the Squirrels just took advantage of a couple errors early in that one. Going 1 for 3 was Ethan McCow from the plate with 3 RBIs as well, and a run scored in the win for Carter. Brandon Monjo was able to pitch a complete game. That does it for our pregame show. It's coming up next, starting lineups and the opening pitch.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
It's the concert event of the summer in the Brainerd Lakes area. Lakes Jam, June 22nd through June 25th at Brainerd International Raceway.
R&J Broadcasting is the presenting sponsor.
Experience Lakes Jam. For rock and rollers, the main stage features Tesla, Warrants, and Hairball. For country enthusiasts, John Party, Cole Swindell, Gabby Barrett, and Mark Wills. Experience watercross, drifting, and lawnmower racing. For on-site camping, lodging, and tickets, visit lakesjam.com.
At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Go to the top of the first inning here. That does it again for our Irie Insurance pregame show. For more information, go online to irieins.com. It's Kindred-Richland and Northern Cass here in Enderlin as we get you set and ready to go underway. Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes with you here. Going back again from earlier this season on May the 10th, these two teams played a region contest here because the fields were unplayable in Castleton and Kindred, respectively. 5-0 in the win for the Squirrels over the Vikings in that one. Central Cass able to score 2 runs in the second, then score a couple in the fifth, and round to the victory. Mason O'Marison 2 for 3 for the Kindred-Richland Vikings in the loss. On the mound here, Ethan McCow here for Central Cass. First pitch is going to be underway, and it's going to be at 12-11. First pitch swung on and missed. That'll be 0-1. Carter Schmitz, Lucas Kalbundi, and Nick Thompson, the 1, 2, and 3 batters here atop the lineup for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one will be now 0-2. Max Upgren, the junior designated hitter, batting fourth. Mason O'Maris fifth, the junior right fielder with Jorgen Swenson. He'll be back on the mound here, closed out the game in their win against Northern Cass. He'll be back on the mound to start here against the Squirrels, batting sixth. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 looking, and Ethan gets his first strikeout of the afternoon. Graham Glazzo batting 7th, the senior second baseman, followed by Miller 8th, and then Kalbundi, Caleb 9th. Out in left field will be Connor Rowland here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. So Ethan McCow, 3 strikes to start. The lefty gets strike number 1 and works ahead here on Lucas Kalbundi. You have Johnson in left, Iverson in center, and Ellison in right here for the Central Cass Squirrels. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one is hit on the ground up the third base line. Foul now 0-2. Carter Maggio at third with Brandon Maggio. He is at shortstop here. Brendan at short. Sam Convervig at second. McKinnon at first and Parker behind the plate. McCow, pitch. This one is popped up into center field as that one's going to be caught by the center fielder there in Iverson. And 2 down quickly now here in the top of the first inning. As Thompson will come up to the plate. As calling balls and strikes today will be Justin Farkas here for game number 1. Dave Klunt is going to be up the first base line. Here's the pitch by Ethan McCow. That one in there for a strike, and Tom Perius is up the third base line here for our umpiring crew. Well, early on here for Ethan, getting the first strike ahead in the count. And this one is going to be a jam shot as Maggio comes on alongside with Iverson, and Maggio will make the catch in front of his center fielder, and that'll retire this side. 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the first inning. It's the Squirrels coming to the plate for the first time here this afternoon in Enderlin. It's the Region 1 Baseball Tournament on your live event.
Central Cass School's mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The new STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow into the new space and move forward with excellence.
Joey Hughes running the camera, Chase Miller with you here in Enderlin. It's the Region 1 baseball tournament. Also a reminder, coming up tomorrow on your live event, the Region 1 and Region 2 softball tournaments. Region 1 softball gets underway at the Olson Softball Complex in Hillsboro at 10 o'clock in the morning with a co-op of Hankinson, Fairmount, Campbell, Tinta, Ross Holt, and Lidgerwood going up against Hillsboro Central Valley at 10 o'clock in the morning. Jake Burkmeyer will have the call for you on that one. At noon, it's Northern Cass and Enderlin. And then the winner of the co-op of the Pirates Fast Pitch against HCV will play Central Cass at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. The winner of Northern Cass and Enderlin will play the number 2 seed Kindred-Richland Vikings at 4 o'clock tomorrow in the Region 1 softball tournament. Those games again for you right here on your live event. Then the Region 2 softball tournament with Joel Morgan at Jeromeburg Field. At the football field because of the moisture, they're moving that softball tournament to the campus of Mayville State for football. Mayport CG, Dakota Prairie gets things going at 9:30 in the morning. Grafton, Pembina County North to follow. Thompson and Larimore and Langdon area and Carrington. That is Region 2 softball tomorrow here on your live event in Mayville. Top of the order here for Central Cass on our Bank North scoreboard. Sam Covervig will step up, 1-0 on the count. Covervig hits one in the air, and that's on a rope as that's going to turn rolling around into left field. Rounding first, Covervig is on his way to second, and he is going to be able to get in there with a leadoff double. Good hit by Covervig, 2 pitches in, able to get a base knock there, and it's hit number 1 of the afternoon here for Central Cass. Will Ellenson is due up next, followed by Maggio. You're going to have Ethan McCow, Iverson, and McKinnon batting 4, 5, and 6 respectively. Brendan Maggio again batting third here for the Squirrels. So Jorgen Swenson looks back the runner early. Here's a bunt that's going to be dead in at home plate. The catcher, Kalbundi, goes to Thompson, and that's going to be up the line, to Glazzo, who was covering after Thompson came in up the line, and he's not going to be able to get there. So now runners will be at the corners here. Really good bump by Allison just to deaden that one to first and foremost, get Covervig up 90 feet to third, but then the errant throw by Kalbundi goes up the line to Glazzo, who is covering. Pick play over to first, and Thompson looks back the runner at third. So getting aboard here will be Ellenson via the error from the throw by the catcher. And now runners will be at the corners, and Central Cass looking to jump on the Vikings here right off the bat in the bottom of the first inning. Maggio steps up. This one's going to get by the catcher. The runner at third base will stay there with Covervig, but Ellenson scampers into scoring position. So it'll be a wild pitch on that one, allowing Will to get into scoring position. Brandon Maggio, the senior shortstop here, the third batter for the Squirrels. Couldn't ask for anything more, having runners in scoring position as the Kindred-Richland infield now will come in here in the bottom of the first inning. Swenson, the pitch. In there for a strike at the knee, now 0-1. Roland is in left. You have Lucas Kalbundi in center, Marison right. Thompson at first, Glazzo at second, Schmitz at short, and Miller is at third with Caleb Kalbundi catching. This one is hit on the ground. Miller goes across the diamond to Thompson. And Miller didn't even look back the runner. He just said, I'm going to get the out, fire it over there, and by the time Thompson able to glove it, able to look back the runners respectively as well. So 5-3 on the putout. And Ethan McCow will now be due up next. McCow, the senior pitcher here, batting from the left-hand side, and he'll take a strike with Swenson. Now 0-1. Wind right now throughout the day kind of been blowing from right to left a little bit, from the right to left field foul pole, and at times blowing to straightaway center. Here's the pitch. That one will be off speed on the outer port. Now 1-1. Temperature just continues to drop a little bit here throughout the day. 48 degrees currently in Enderlin, overcast skies. The rain is starting to subside a little bit here. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Good rip there by Ethan, now 1-2. So we just hope to continue to move games along, get games in, and the option was yesterday got so close to get all 4 in Kindred. Today, here's game number 2 or the resumption. And that one's going to be a strike 3 looking. Backdoor breaking ball there by Swenson. Now 2 down here in the bottom of the first inning. So 2 down now as Alex Iverson, the senior center fielder, steps up. As we'll have Caleb Kalbundi coming out here and talking. So after having the infield in, a ground ball to Miller at third, and then the strikeout looking with Ethan, that's allowed Swenson to get 1 out away from trying to get out of this pickle after a leadoff double by Coverbig, and then a Will Ellenson bunt to try to get Coverbig to third. He reached a base on an error and was able to get to second on a wild pitch, trying to strand those runners. Off-speed pitch in there for a strike against Iverson. Alex, the senior center fielder, coming into this tournament, batting .458 on the season. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That'll miss at the knee, now 1-1. If Iverson can get aboard, he would keep the line moving here to the number 6 batter with the senior first baseman with McKinnon. Runner at second base is Ellenson. Runner at third is Covervig. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be foul to the backstop, now 1-2. And the runner at second base there, and Ellison was kind of trying to give the hitter in Iverson, hey, it's going left, it's going right in terms of where Kalbundi is setting up. We'll see if that happens yet again. Does it again one more time. 1-2 pitch on the way, off speed, and that'll miss for a ball. The dugout for the Vikings, a couple players there thought that was a strike. Instead, it'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Swenson. Swenson went 3 innings to come on and close out the game against Northern Cass. 6 strikeouts and 2 walks earlier today here in Enderlin. And the pitch, look out, is that one off the bat. Looked like it was going to come up into the press box here. Instead, just kind of went underneath us in the dugout. We've seen a couple of those, 1 or 2 yesterday in Kindred. We've seen a lot of those here at Hendrickson Field as well throughout this season. Here's a 2-2 pitch. That'll miss, and now 3-2. So for Swenson, this will be his first full count now on the mound. 3-2 pitch on the way here as Swenson looks back. Both runners for a second. Off speed, and that one's going to hit him. And now the bases will be loaded after Iverson gets aboard with a hip batter. So McKinnon will step up, the senior first baseman. Runner at third base is Sam Comervig after the leadoff double. Ellenson's at second, and Iverson now stands at first. Bases full of squirrels and nowhere to put Cade McKinnon. As you're going to have Caleb Kalbundi and Swenson coming out one more time here. McKinnon on the regular season batted .519 with 2 homers and 15 runs driven in at the number 6 spot for Central Cass. And that was the regular season for the Squirrels, in which they were able to get 16 games in across the region. And when you look at a lot of teams here, they haven't played a lot of non-region games this season because of the weather. Good rip by McKinnon, now 0-1. You might have seen 1 or 2 teams earlier on the year in April able to maybe go to Bismarck or someplace of that nature and get some non-region games in, but a lot of the teams up and down the Red River Valley this year, if it's been a team in your region, that's kind of who you played, and that's about it. 0-1 pitch. That one will miss. Now 1-1. 2 weeks from now, it's the State B baseball tournament at Newman Outdoor Field. That'll begin in 13 days. Next week, it's the State Track and Field meet in Bismarck. This one, a little excuse-me check swing, and goes off the bat of McKinnon, so that'll be a strike. Now 1-2. Very similar situation, which Swenson found himself working with Iverson. Iverson was able to work the count, able to get it 2-2, 3-2, then finally got hit by a pitch. Swenson looking for his second punch-out of the afternoon. Off speed, hit on the ground. That'll go to Glazzo, who gloves it. Flips it over to Thompson in time, and that'll retire the side. So Central Cass had an opportunity to strike, but they leave the bases loaded. No runs off a 1 hit. There was an error, and 3 runners left on base. 1 complete on our Bank North scoreboard. It's scoreless with the Vikings coming to the plate.
Hillsboro welcomes you to town, conveniently located halfway between Fargo and Grand Forks. You can shop for your personal items or your farm and business supplies at our local stores. If you're looking for a new
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Top of the second inning here. It's the Central Cass Squirrels and the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Chase Miller alongside with Joey Hughes with you from Hendrickson Field in Enderlin, where now the wind, and you kind of take a look at that Old Glory for a second, kind of blowing to straightaway center now to left field with the weather making its way through. The nice thing is if it does get delayed a little bit here, there has been the lights. Go back a couple of weeks ago, 2 weeks to the date, we were here till about midnight for the Enderlin Baseball Invitational with 7 games, and that one starting at 10:30 in the morning. Good news here is 4 and a resumption of a game, so about 4.5. Still to come after the conclusion of this one between the Squirrels and Kindred-Richland. It'll be the Oaks Tornadoes and the Northern Cache Jaguars. That game probably closer to maybe a 1:45, 2 o'clock start in that particular contest. And then later on will be Oak Grove against the Co-op of Hankinson, Fairmount, Campbell, Tinta, Rossholt, and Lidgerwood as well. Those games still to come here on your live event. Upgrand, Almaris, and Swenson here, 4, 5, and 6 batters, as that's going to be a pair of balls here to Max, as Upgrand now works ahead in the count, something that Ethan didn't do in the first 3 batters in the first inning for Central Cass. Ethan got ahead on a first pitch strike. This one got him out in front on the off speed. That goes to the third baseman, Carter Maggio. No problem for the pop-out now, 1 down here in the second inning. Mason Almaris is due up now. Mason, the junior right fielder here for Kindred-Richland. Last game able to have a single and a double against Northern Cass. Goes 2 for 3, 2 for 4 from the plate. As McCall will look in here with Parker behind the dish. That one will be a strike. Now 0-1. We'll have the championship series as well for you here on your live event on Monday at 5 o'clock for game number 1, followed by the championship contention. That one will be ball. And then if needed, get to Tuesday as well here for the Region 1 baseball tournament. As Ethan McCall will look in here to Parker. 1-1 pitch. Off speed. This one is going to be hit up the middle. Maggio's there across the diamond. A nice play, 6-3. Brendan with a really nice maneuver there. That looks very much like a next level play in terms of a shortstop moving across his body. Able to have a lot of on it as well across the diamond and threw an absolute rope to McKinnon at first. So 2 down now as Jorgen Swenson, pitcher versus pitcher here. So far for Macau, he's gotten a ground out, pair of pop-outs, a fly-out, and a strikeout here, and he gets ahead of the number 6 batter in the Vikings lineup here now, 0-1. For the fans that are in attendance that were able to make their way down to Enderlin here, 0-1 pitch. That'll be in there for a strike now, 0-2. Bundled up in terms of the weather with the rain. A couple of umbrellas out, adding some layers throughout the day as well. 0-2 on the way. That'll miss. Now 1-2 upcoming. Graham Glazzo is due up next if Swenson can get aboard. Macau likes what he sees now. And the 1-2 offering. This one is going to be hit down the right field line. Slicing foul, though, and we'll have a 1-2 pitch upcoming yet again. Bank North scoreboard. For more information, you go to ibanknorth.com or stop by one of their many locations today, including the one they have in Castleton. In today's fast-paced world for farming and ranching, business and consumer banking and lending, you'll always be headed in the right direction with Bank North. Again, for more information, go online to ibanknorth.com. Here's the pitch by Macau. And Swenson hits one deep in the air to left, to the track, to the wall. That's gone! Jorgen Swenson hits one on the train tracks here, and the Kindred Vikings have taken a 1-0 lead on our Bank North scoreboard. The Kindred-Richland Vikings strike first here with a Swenson drive to left center field. That one was tattooed. It's 1-0 Kindred-Richland. Talk about helping your own cause out as the opposing pitcher. That's exactly what you needed here with 2 outs. Swenson able to turn that one around, and the wind kind of got a little bit up it as well for the solo homer here in the top of the 2nd inning. As Glazzo is due up now here for the Vikings. Glazzo, the senior second baseman, will come on here and try to continue this now 2-out rally by the Vikings. That one will be outside for a ball 1-0. Talk about a home run. That was, again, it's 325 to straightaway center, 370 to left. That one kind of jets out there. That was a 355 to 300, probably 75-foot shot to left center field on top of the train tracks as well. That one was hit on the line, and it sounded good right off the bat. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way. Check swing. Did he go? They look down to Dave Klunt up the first base line, who says no, he did not. Now 2-1. Chase Miller, no relation, is due up next. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and this one is hit to the same exact spot nearly. This one high off the ivy, and rounding first on his way to second is Glazzo. Here comes the relay throw. Glazzo head first slide is in there. So a homer followed by a double, all on the 2-out variety here, and the Vikings keep the line going to the aforementioned Miller. And these have been 2 really good hits that have been barreled up by Swenson and Glazzo here on Ethan. Now the good news, if you're Central Cass, it's just a 1 run against, but all of a sudden another base knock can make it a little crooked number here. That one going to miss outside 1-0. You go back to that first inning again for Central Cass. The old adage is, if you get runners on early, especially with no outs and you're unable to capitalize, sometimes they're going to come back and bite you more times than not, and that's what we've seen here, at least in the second. That one's going to be in there for a strike. Now 1-1. So Ethan looks back, the runner at second, and the pitch. This one is going to be hit on the ground. Carter Maggio, the third baseman, able to go across the diamond in time to retire Miller. 5-3 on the putout. 1 run on a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. An inning and a half complete here in Enderlin. We go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. It's the Squirrels coming to the plate.
It's the concert event of the summer in the Brainerd Lakes area. Lakes Jam, June 22nd through June 25th at Brainerd International Raceway.
R&J Broadcasting is the presenting sponsor.
Experience Lakes Jam. For rock and rollers, the main stage features Tesla, Warrants, and Hairball. For country enthusiasts, John Party, Cole Swindell, Gabby Barrett, and Mark Wills. Experience watercross, drifting, and lawnmower racing. For on-site camping, lodging, and tickets, visit lakesjam.com.
At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471. Bottom of the 2nd inning, the Central Cass Squirrels found themselves in a very similar situation yesterday against Fargo Oak Grove, where the Grovers scored the first 2 runs of the contest, and Central Cass erupted and got a couple of runs, and then even had a 9-run inning on top of it, a 3-run homer by Parker. And so the Squirrels by no means will be timid in terms of how the start is, but still a really good opportunity here for Kindred-Richland, now playing with the lead. Swenson back on the mound. Maggio, Shoemaker, and Parker, the bottom of the lineup, due up here. And that one's going to be in there for a strike, so it'll be 1-1 to the sophomore third baseman, Carter Maggio. And the pitch. This one's going to be foul back now, 1-2. Kindred-Richland and Central Cass here. The winner goes to the Region 1 Championship on Monday. That game's scheduled for 7 o'clock. The Region 1 Championship with the 1-2 pitch. This one is hit on the ground. Right back to Swenson. Goes 1-3 on the putout to Thompson, and 1 down now here in the second. As Joe will come up. Now Shoemaker, the junior, will step up to the plate. The Region 1 Tournament Championship will be in Castleton starting on Monday. As Central Cass, with their win against Fargo Oak Grove. It goes to the highest seed remaining. Well, they are the number 1 seed, so we know it will be in Castleton coming up on Monday and, if needed, on Tuesday for that particular Region 1 championship. That one in there for a strike. Swenson then goes off speed. Then he hits and gets the outer part of the plate. Now 0-2. And Swenson wasting little time here, gets the ball right back, gets on the mound, and the 0-2 offering on the way to Joe. This one is going to be popped up. Miller goes into foul territory here, looking after it and trying to backpedal, and that one's going to get by the glove of Miller. Didn't hit him, so it'll just be a strike, and it'll be 0-2. We've seen that a little bit today with the Wind playing, whether it was earlier in the game with Kindred-Richland and Northern Cass, a catcher that kind of got spun around. Saw that one with Miller a little bit where you're backpedaling and you don't want to turn your body and contort it to more have a straight-on run for it. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Can Shoemaker take advantage of an extra strike in the at-bat here as Swenson will look in on Caleb Kalbundi, as Joe right now is taking a couple of extra moments at the plate. And the 0-2 pitch upcoming. That one will run in, and that was close to hitting him. Now it's going to be 1-2. As coming up will be Cam Porker, then at the top of the lineup here for Central Cass. Here's the pitch, 1-2. That one's going to be low now, 2-2. Joe in the regular season batted .440 with 3 homers and 11 runs driven in. Again, this lineup for Central Cass, top to bottom. Said it yesterday against the Grovers. There's not a lot of holes in it. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way. Foul, then we'll do it again. Not a lot of holes in it, which makes it tough as a pitcher, whether it's you're starting the game just throwing an inning. You never know where a guy could turn one around, and then there's some speed here for Coach Dustin Maggio as well on the base pass to utilize a small ball game. Here's the pitch, swung on, and good at bat here for Joe. So he's been staying alive after that one got popped up the third base line, able to take a couple more pitches here. Number pitch of the at bat, and Swenson right now trying to find a way to get out the number 8 batter here in the Squirrels lineup on the mound. Goes off speed low, now 3-2. So pitch after pitch after pitch here, and normally say that favors the batter over a long period. 3-2 pitch, and, well, it will. It's a walk, second one of the afternoon against Swenson, and the Squirrels have their first base runner here in the bottom of the second inning after Maggio grounded out. So the Squirrels able to get their first 2 batters aboard in the first. Now their second batter coming up to the plate here in the second, able to get on, and Cam Parker absolutely uncorked one yesterday against Oak Grove with a 3-run homer, and this is a very, very eye-opening situation if you're a left-handed batter who can hit a pole ball here at Hendrickson Field. That one's going to be a strike. It's going to be a pass ball as it gets out of the catcher's glove, and scampering to second base is going to be Shoemaker. So that one is going to be in there for a strike again to Parker. So no balls, 1 strike, as Joe's going to be in scoring position now for Central Cass, and Cam Parker behind in the account, 0-1. Swenson looks back, and we have a time here at Hendrickson Field. Talking about, again, if you're a lefty, right down the right field line, it's 285. Then it jets out a little bit to where the train tracks are. Straight center is 325, but if you can turn around one here, as Parker swung on and missed, 0-2, that ball could hit the train tracks and keep going a little bit on the Canadian Pacific Railway for a while. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here, bottom of the second on our Bank North scoreboard. Central Cass looking to tie this puppy up against Kindred-Richland here in the Region 1 baseball tournament. As Swenson looks back, the runner at second who's dancing Shoemaker. 2-2 pitch popped up. It's going to be up the line, and keeping it is going to be Caleb Kalbundi. Really nice job by Caleb to stay with that one because he first looked up the third baseline, then came around, and Swenson was beeline it from the mound trying to get there in case the catcher couldn't, and Kalbundi records the out. Be pop out now to the catcher, as we'll get Sam Convervig coming up to the plate. So time to line up now for the Squirrels. As Jorgen Swenson, 1 good pitch, 1 good out, away from getting out of another little jam here, but this one in the second. That one will be a ball now 1, and on the opposite side for Central Cass, they don't want to have to relive missed opportunities if that starts becoming the story of the game. Bases loaded in the first. Got their first 2 runners in scoring position, unable to drive anybody in. Kalbundi with a double his last time up. And the pitch. Fastball in there for a strike. The one thing for Swenson, he does a really good job of moving different kinds of velocity in baseball. He's got that big breaking ball, but then that fastball can get on you early. So which one as a batter are you going to sit on? Here's a 1-1 pitch. Off speed in there at the knee for a strike in 1-2. And sometimes it doesn't take too much. Just find enough of the zone, change velocity, and if you can locate 2 pitches, you can be a very dangerous pitcher, and that's what we're seeing with Swenson right now. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Another breaking ball. Hit one up the third baseline foul. As Dustin Maggio able to field that one, and anytime there's a ball that's going to be hit on the ground now after some of the rain that came through, that ball is probably going to get put out of play for a second or 2, or at least given to the umpire to take a look. So we'll do the 1-2 offering yet again to Kalbundi. Righty versus righty here, junior against junior. And the pitch. Low, good block behind the plate by Caleb, now 2-2. Well, Ellenson is due up next. If Sam can get aboard here for Central Cass, top of the 3rd inning for Kindred-Richland, they'll be sending their 9-1-2 batters to the plate. Swenson looks back, Shoemaker at second, 2-2 pitch, fouled, and that one is going to be out of play. And we'll keep it at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here in Enderlin again, the railway that goes from right to left field. We talked about Highway 46 and the residential neighborhood, which that's up the left field line. Don't have to worry about too many foul balls, maybe more from a lefty in terms of slicing one over there every now and then. Off-speed pitch, strike 3 looking, and that'll retire the side. Swenson gets his 2nd strikeout of the afternoon, and 2 complete here in Enderlin. It's the Vikings coming to the plate, up by 1.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Central Cass School's mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The new STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow into the new space and move forward with excellence.
To the top of the 3rd inning we go. It's the Region 1 baseball tournament here on your live event. Swenson, bottom half of the 2nd. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left on base. Kindred-Richland has left 4 on base so far through 2 innings. Kindred-Richland, they have a run, 2 hits. They have left a runner on, and so far with no errors for Central Cass. No runners, 1 hit, 1 error. 1 error by Kindred-Richland, none by the Squirrels, and 4 runners left on base so far for Central Cass. Macau will go against Caleb Kalbundi, Carter Schmitz, and Lucas Kalbundi here, the 9-1-2 batters. Caleb, the senior catcher, to the plate, and this one will be now 0-2. Connor Rowland's going to be in left field, not batting here in the starting lineup to start. So Macau, as he did in the 1st inning, able to work ahead here on the number 9 batter in the lineup for the Vikings. 0-2 pitch. This one will be missing. Now 1-2. Central Cass 15 wins, 2 losses on the season for the Kindred-Richland Vikings at 13-6. Here's the 1-2 offering upcoming here by Ethan. Swung on and missed, and there is a punch out. So strike 3 swinging. That'll bookend the first time through the lineup here for Macau. A strikeout looking by Carter Schmitz and a strikeout swinging by Caleb Kalbundi. And the aforementioned Schmitz comes to the plate. Carter struck out on 3 pitches his last time up. And the offering. This one is fouled. Now 0-1. Something better that you would like to see if you're Dustin Maggio from the 2nd inning where Ethan was falling a little bit behind. Now attacking the strike zone here. A lot of off speed, a lot of different breaking balls coming here by Ethan. 0-1 pitch on the way. That one going to miss. Now 1-1. So a little bit different with Swenson trying to get that fastball through, but will come with that big breaking ball in terms of switching pitches. And Ethan, we've seen slider curveballs coming early. Here's the pitch. That one going to miss. Now 2-1. As McCall will look back in here against Parker behind the plate. 2-1 pitch. That one going to miss outside. Now 3-1 to leadoff batter here, the senior shortstop for this Viking lineup, as the rain has held off a little bit more from what we saw earlier in this one. 3 balls, 1 strike here to Schmitz. That one in there. Now 3-2. Lucas Kalbundi followed by Nick Thompson here, the top of the lineup for the Vikings. 3-2 pitch upcoming. And that's going to be a walk. So Carter Schmitz draws the walk. The first free pass here this afternoon for Ethan McCall on the mound. And Kindred-Richland will try to get something going here with 1 out in the top of the third. For those of you that are just joining us on our Bank North scoreboard, the Vikings scored in the top of the second inning on 2 outs. Jorgen Swenson hit one to left center field, a solo home run, and that's been the difference maker so far in this top of the third inning. Ethan steps off the rubber, doesn't throw back to first. Kalbundi flew out his last time up on a pop out. And here's the pitch on the way by McCall. This one's be hit in the air to left field. Johnson coming in, slides, and that one's going to be off his glove. And everybody will move up 90 feet. Kalbundi gets aboard. A really good effort there by Johnson, who lost his hat on the way. But as he slid down, the ball came into his glove, and he just dropped it and couldn't hold on to it. So now runners will be at first and second base here for Central Cass with a dangerous hitter for Nick Thompson here for Kindred-Richland. Thompson first pitch swinging. That's up the right field line. They're trying to give it a chase, and that'll be a foul ball as Ellenson was coming all the way in to try to get to that one. Now 0-1. Nick Thompson is a guy who can hit one where Swenson did. We saw it against the co-op of the Ball Stars yesterday with a couple home runs, a 3-run shot, and a grand slam as well for Thompson. Thompson popped out his last time up to the shortstop, Brandon Maggio. So Ethan McCall right now, no balls, 1 strike here in the top of the third inning. Now we'll have runners at first and second as McCall looks back to runner at second. Schmitz had a good little secondary lead there for a second as he was trying to get that extra couple of feet and see if maybe he could scamper down to third. Here's a pitch. Good rip by Thompson. Swung on and missed. Now 0-2 for the Central Cass Squirrels in the bottom half of the third inning. They'll be sending their 2, 3, 4 batters, and Ellenson, Maggio, and McCall. Runner this time goes from second to third, and that'll be a foul ball. We'll do it all over again at 0-2. So Schmitz had a really good secondary lead, and he went on to try to get to third on a stolen base, and Kalbundi was trying to go from first to second. So the trail runner looking what the lead runner is doing, and hey, if he's going to go, I'm going to try to get into scoring position as well. So McCall will be working with some runners on now. Looks them both back one more time here. Long look back at Schmitz again, and the pitch. Strike 3 at the knee. Justin Farkas rings Thompson up on strikes looking. It's out number 2 here in the top of the third, and a large out as well for Ethan McCall. Now 1 step closer to trying to get out of this jam. Max up, Grandu up next. With runners at first and second, the pitch. This is popped up and playable to center. Iverson is there, has to take a couple of steps over to right center field, and that'll retire the side here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. So Kindred-Richland had a chance. No runs on no hits. There was an error and 2 runners left on base. 2.5 complete on our Bank North scoreboard. So Vikings up by 1. The Squirrels coming to bat.
The City of Hillsborough welcomes you to town, conveniently located halfway between Fargo and Grand Forks. You can shop for your personal items or your farm and business supplies at our local stores. If you're looking for a new home or a working job, check out the opportunities in Hillsborough and see what the community can offer you and your family. The City of Hillsborough congratulates the area graduates on your achievements, and they wish you all the best in your future. They hope that you'll carry pleasant memories of school days and graduation time for the rest of your life. Congratulations and best of luck, graduates from the City of Hillsborough.
Powerful and playful, delicate and precise, bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family, to provide options beyond the expected, to help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health.
I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for providing coverage here of the Region 1 baseball tournament on your live event. Also, would like to thank all of those that have done kind of behind-the-scenes work here. Joey Hughes running the camera, Joe Morgan being part of the play-by-play ranks yesterday. Mark Forseth and our host of folks at Halstead Telephone Company for providing the technical guidance and support, and also the activities directors for finding a way to get these games in and played some way, somehow. Will Ellenson, Brandon Maggio, and alongside Ethan McCall do up here as working ahead in the count 2-0 is Ellenson on Swenson. This is a hot smash, and Miller able to make the glove catch on a line. Nicely done by Miller on the line drive there. L5 on the putout, one down. If that gets by Miller, that would have had a chance with extra bases instead. Maggio will step up now with one out in the bottom of the third inning. This one going to be in there for a strike. And the pitch on the way. That one's going to be down, missing out of the zone for a ball. Maggio grounded out his last time up to Miller at third. That's the 2-3-4 batters here for the Squirrels against Swenson, who fouls one back. That'll be 1-2 upcoming. Roland in left. Lucas Kalbundi's in center. Iverson right here for the outfield for the Vikings in this contest. Kindred-Richland, the 3 seed, going up against the top seed in Central Cass. Here's the pitch off speed, and that one's going to hit the plate for a ball. Now 2-2. Miller at third, saw the glove there just moments ago. Schmitz in short, Galazzo at second, Thompson at first with Caleb Kalbundi behind the plate. This one is going to be hit in the air up the right field line, hooking, and that one is going to be foul, and it's going to be an out. So just going out of frame there was Almaris, and that's going to be an out there and 2 down. So the old adage of trying to hustle it out, and that's exactly what Almaris was able to do. Maggio's retired on the fly out to the right fielder. Here's Ethan McCall. That one in there for a strike now, 0-1. 7 innings high school baseball here. Kindred-Richland, the lone run by Swenson on the mound, but via the solo home run in the second against the opposing pitcher here in Ethan, as Ethan hits one up the third baseline foul. And that goes close to the batting cages and also the school buses that are here. That'll be 0-2. Our car's parked over there as well, but hopefully we won't get hit for 4.5 innings or 4.5 baseball games here in Enderlin. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way from Swenson. That one going to miss. Now 1-2. Alex Iverson is due up next. Central Cass trying to get a 2-route rally going here, trying to do what Kindred-Richland did in the second. And the pitch, another off-speed pitch that'll miss. Swenson trying to see if McCall will maybe go out of the zone, does not, and the 2-2 pitch upcoming. That one going to miss low now, 3-2. So Swenson 3 innings to finish against Northern Cass. If he can get one more out here in the third, he'll go 3 innings to start this game against the Squirrels. That one was close, but it's going to be a walk in the third free pass here by Swenson, and the Squirrels get a runner on for the third straight inning, but this time it's the 2-out variety. So they got a leadoff runner on the first with Covervig, a 1-out walk with Shoemaker in the second, now a 2-out walk here with Macau in the first, as we'll have a courtesy runner coming on here for Central Cass, as the Squirrels will have Alex Iverson coming to the plate, as Bussey will come on here. So Bussey now will be at first for Central Cass. Iverson was hit by a pitch his last time up in the first inning, which loaded the bases for the Squirrels, but then McKinnon had a ground out to Glazo at second to retire their side in the bottom of the first inning. As Jorgen Swenson looks back the runner and Bussey at first, he stays put. Pitch on the way in there for a strike, works ahead. Now 0-1. Alex Iverson, the senior center fielder here, had an absolute cannon of a throw yesterday out in center field for the Squirrels as they were able to gun down Ashe at home in their contest against Oak Grove. Here's the 0-1 pitch in there for a strike, now 0-2. So we saw the fastball at the knee. Good placement there by the breaking ball, and Swenson 0-2 in the count. We'll look back the runner at first and Bussey one more time. We'll see if Bussey stays put on the 0-2 pitch. He does. This one going to be fouled, and was it going to be held on? No. Foul tip off the glove of Kalbundi, and Alex Iverson is alive. Well, we've seen this one before where you give a batter an opportunity, 1 or 2 pitches, and the Squirrels are able to get a couple of walks out of it. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball looking, and that'll retire the side. Strikeout number 3 for Swenson. No runs, no hits. There was no errors and 1 runner left on base. The Squirrels have left 5 runners on so far through 3 innings. 3 complete here in Enderlin. It's 1-0 with the Kindred-Richland Vikings coming to the plate.
Do you want that new boat? Are you building onto your home? Maybe you want the new camper or ATV. Dakota Heritage Bank can help you. This is Dustin Nagel, president at Dakota Heritage Bank Hillsborough location. You can visit with me or our other loan officers to help with loans and lines of credit from Dakota Heritage Bank. We are serving you with locations in North Dakota and Northwest Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank offers financial services you expect with a local perspective. dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
The Erickson Agency in Hillsborough is an independent insurance agency. That means they have access to a number of national and regional companies to find you the best combination of price and coverage for your home, autos, or business insurance needs. They also represent Blue Cross, Blue Shield, and Sanford Health for your group or individual health insurance, as well as Medicare supplements. Stop by the office at 502 West Caledonia Avenue or call Lee at 701-636-5852. The Erickson Agency in Hillsborough, a proud supporter of the HCV Boroughs.
To the top of the 4th inning we go. Kindred-Richland, Central Cass. It's a 1-0 game in favor of the Vikings here, as coming will be O'Mara, Swenson, and Glazo here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. The 5, 6, and 7 batters as Ethan McCow is back on the mound here for the Squirrels. And the pitch, this one is going to be hit down the left field line, and that's going to be in front on a 1-hop to Johnson. He gets it back in quickly just to give O'Maris a single, but O'Maris with a really good rip on that one. It's a leadoff knock here for the Vikings. 3rd hit of the afternoon against McCow. So far, 3 innings worked. He's got 3 hits against 1 run. That was earned. A walk and 3 strikeouts here for Ethan. And now with a runner on here, Swenson hit the home run. We'll see what the play is as McCow goes back to first, diving back head first line as O'Maris. So Mason now 1 of 2 in the contest in this one. Swenson worked the count to 1-2 and then belted one to left center field for a home run. Here's the pitch. Swenson hits one up the first base line, and that one, McKinnon was giving chase, but that'll be a strike. Kindred-Richland and Central Cass, a contest that started at 12:11 here, top of the 4th inning, as we're getting closer to the 1 o'clock hour. 46 degrees here in Enderlin. Throughout the day, it's gotten a little bit cooler since we've set up for game number 1. Here's the pitch. This one popped up, and that'll be to the shortstop there in Maggio. Maggio and Iverson come in, and Iverson calls up Brendan to collect the out. So 1 down now here in the top of the 4th inning. Those are just difficult plays sometimes in short center field where you have the shortstop making a beeline for it, and Iverson with his run trying to say, hey, I can get there, I can get there. Graham Glazo due up now here for the Vikings. Glazo with a double after Swenson homered. McCow looks in. That one will miss. Now 1-0. McCow looking over the runner at first base here. The lefty, again, can really wait a while before he commits either to home or to first base. Glazo, the senior second baseman here, working ahead in the count here against the lefty. Macau, quick little whip throw back to first, diving in safely as Omaris. Kindred-Richland leads it here over the Squirrels. Central Cass so far just one hit against Swenson, but they have left 5 runners on base here for Central Cass. That one going to be outside for a ball. Now 2-0. 1 error on Central Cass, and there's been 1 error on Kindred-Richland as well. Those were both proved to not be costly, however. That one's going to be in the dirt now. 3-0 to Glazzo with Miller on deck. Top of the 4th inning, 1 out here. After a leadoff single by Omer, Swenson flew out to the center fielder. Now it's Glazzo ahead in the count, 3-0. That one in there for a strike. Good location by Macau. Always those situations sometimes with the coaches as well. How do you trust your batter on a 3-0 count? Sometimes you give the take sign. Other times you say, hey, if you find your pitch, try to drive it somewhere. And the 3-1 offering. This one going to be fouled. Now 3-2. Tomorrow's Saturday, and if we can get these games in an Enderlin today, the 3 teams that would remain would have Saturday, Sunday off, and then Monday they would head to Castleton for the championship round. This one, 3-2 pitch is going to be hit on the ground, up the third baseline foul. Scott Milbrat making the play there with his gloves on as well. Different kind of glove than what you would see in the infield or outfield. Cameraman Joey Hughes has a little bit of the gloves on. 3 balls, 2 strikes, runner at first, and Almeris will see he goes here. He'll stay put. Macau gets the strikeout. That's the 4th of the afternoon, and 2 down now here in the 4th inning. So Chase Miller will come up with Almeris still at first. And Macau is 1 batter away from trying to strand Almeris at first base. Top of the 4th inning. Off speed in there for a strike. Now 0-1 with Kalbundi due up next here for Kindred-Richland. Central Cass will look in here. And the pitch. This one is hit in the air, and that one is dying. Iverson on his horse, able to get there in center field to retire the side. So Kindred-Richland able to get a leadoff single, and that's it. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. 3.5 complete here in Enderlin. We're at the midway point. The Squirrels coming to bat, down by 1.
Full Service Foods in Hillsboro provides contract packaging and private label foods for your local and regional retail stores. Full Service Foods is a leader in the upper Midwest for less than truckload quantities for contract manufactured sauces and dressings. They are a privately held company with a reputation for quality and customer service. Full Service Foods is proud to be in Hillsboro and bringing employment opportunities to the area. Find out more at fullservicefoods.com. Full Service Foods of Hillsboro, proud to support this community event.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank. The Goose River Bank wants to bring banking to you. The days of coming into the bank to do business are changing. With digital banking, you can choose how and when you want to do business with us. We will still be here when you need us, but sometimes it's more useful to bank from the seat of your tractor, the kitchen counter, or even while you're on the go. Let the Goose River Bank become your community bank. We believe that a strong bank builds strong communities, and we would be proud to be your bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
As we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, a new pitcher now on the mound here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. It'll be Mason Almeris, the junior, will come on, the righty here. The former pitcher in Jorgen Swenson will go to second, and the second baseman Glazzo will go to right. Jorgen Swenson goes 3 innings. Jorgen gave up 1 hit, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, no runs through as he went against the Central Cass lineup the first time and went against 14 batters. So Swenson did his job bookending the contest in terms of starting against Central Cass, and he finalized the final 3 innings against Northern Cass as well. Came on, able to get the final 3 innings in relief. And now all of a sudden he'll give it to the righty here in Almeris, who goes up against McKinnon, Maggio, and Shoemaker here. This one going to be in there for a strike now, 0-1. 6, 7, and 8 batters due up now for Central Cass. McKenna with the ground out to the shortstop at the time, the second baseman at the time, Glazzo, his last time up to end the 1st inning. Here's the righty and the pitch. Off speed out in front. Now it'll be 0-2. Central Cass sent 6 batters to the plate in the first, 4 in the second, and 4 in the third as well. Swenson was able to get a strikeout in every inning, and all of them were via strike 3 looking. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way. That one will be a ball, now 1-2. After McKinnon, Carter Maggio, and then Joe Shoemaker here for Central Cass. Still a 1-0 game. Swenson homer is the difference maker so far. That one will miss out of the zone, now 2-2. Winner of this game will play at 7 o'clock on Monday in the championship series. Loser of this contest will play at 5 o'clock on Monday in a loser-out game that goes to the championship. This one is hit deep to right. The right fielder down the right field line, and that one is going to be a loud out. Glazo was there, but McKinnon turned that one around, and that sounded really good off the bat here. So that'll be a fly out to right field. Now Carter Maggio is due up next. But again, 285 down the right field line, and then there is the scoreboard, and the scoreboard's actually in play here. It's in front of the fence, not behind the fence, so we haven't seen that so far this season in terms of games down here that we've covered. As Shoemaker will take one on the outside. Now it'll be 2 balls and no strikes. Then it jettisons out a little bit to the train tracks before it goes to right center. Here's the 2-0 offering. This one's going to be hit in the air, and that one's got some legs to the warning track, and that ball is gone! A solo shot for Carter Maggio, and we're tied at 1 apiece on our Bank North scoreboard here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So after a fly out there by McKinnon, Maggio goes to straightaway center, and it's been a home run and the solo variety, one by Swenson for Kindred-Richland and one now by Maggio here for the Squirrels, and we're tied at 1 apiece. So Carter Maggio was able to turn that one around, and it's tied at 1 apiece here on the solo shot. This one is going to be a ball missing on the outer part of the plate as Kindred-Richland now will get someone warming up down in the bullpen. And we'll see what the leash is going to be on Almaris right now, as that's going to be a 2-0. Joe Shoemaker ahead in the count, 2-0 here on the pitch. That one will run up and in now, 3-0. So Central Cass gets their first run, and now they want to add on to it here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 3-0 pitch, taking all the way, a 4-pitch walk, and Joe will get aboard for his second walk of the afternoon. As Cam Parker popped out his last time up, and Parker is someone who can do very similar damage to what Carter Maggio just did just moments ago. Miller on the grass at third. Playing to pull a little bit is Swenson at second. So there's a large gap between the shortstop Schmitz and Miller as they try the quick flip throw. Diving back safely is going to be Shoemaker. So if one is hit on the ground, there is a ton of room between the shortstop of Schmitz and Miller, and also if one is sliced down the left field line, there's a lot of real estate there as well with how the outfield is playing here at Hendrickson Field in Enderlin. Runner at first base, Shoemaker, with Parker up, one in on the home run by Maggio. And the ninth batter here in the lineup for the Squirrels comes to the plate. This one, breaking ball by Almaris. That's going to miss now, 1-0. Justin Farkas calling balls and strikes. Tom Perius is up the third base liner now at second. And then you have Dave Klunt at the first base line here for the umpires. Almaris, 1-0 pitch. This one is going to be hit in the air and past the shortstop Schmitz. The left fielder there in Roland will come over and glove it. That'll be a single, and runners move up 90 feet now here for Central Cass as the top of the lineup is coming up, and Scott Milbrand is coming to the mound as well. So Shoemaker's going to be at second. Parker gets to first on the hit, and that's the second hit here against Mason Almaris, and we'll see if Scott Milbrand will make a pitching change or just coming out just to give a quick break to Almaris here. And we'll see what happens. And I think Almaris is going to be done here, so we will let you know who's coming up to pitch. That's all coming up on the way here on your live event.
Hello, Shane with Irie Insurance. We are proud to announce our Benefits Connect platform. You will have more options with Irie Insurance Benefits Connect. You have choices. Do you know who your group agent is? Do you meet annually to review benefits? Would you like to save money? Would you like more benefits? You have choices. We take a different approach to providing benefits through education, communication, and a personal touch. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to irieinsurance.com.
It's the concert event of the summer in the Brainerd Lakes area. Lakes Jam, June 22nd through June 25th at Brainerd International Raceway.
R&J Broadcasting is the presenting sponsor.
Experience Lakes Jam. For rock and rollers, the main stage features Tesla, Warrants, and Hairball. For country enthusiasts, John Party, Cole Swindell, Gabby Barrett, and Mark Wills. Experience watercross, drifting, and lawnmower racing. For on-site camping, lodging, and tickets, visit lakesjam.com.
Mindak Market is located in the J.C. Penney wing of the West Acres Mall in Fargo with over 4,000 square feet of localness. Greg, Susan, Katie, Sarah Melody, and staff are proud to promote local products from North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota. You'll see everything from honey and jams, puzzles, and year-round gift baskets at Mindak Market. Stop by the store in West Acres or check out their website at mindakmarket.com. That's mindakmarket.com to shop and order online. After the pitching change here for Kindred-Richland, some defensive substitutions as well, or guys moving around. So Almaris goes to right. You have Gonzo now at second. Swenson goes to short. And Schmitz, the shortstop, is going to go and be on the mound here for Kindred-Richland. Mason Almaris goes a third of an inning. A couple hits against him, 1 run and 1 walk, no strikeouts, but he is the pitcher of record for the runners at second and first base right now in Shoemaker and Parker as Sam Covervig comes to the plate, double with a strikeout, marks ahead now 1-0 here for the Squirrels, the fifth batter to the plate in the bottom of the fourth inning. As Schmitz looks back, the runner and pitch. That one is going to be down low for a ball, now 2-0. Well, Ellenson is due up next here, so the Squirrels have yet to lead today. They left the bases loaded in the first inning, and they've left at least a runner on in both the second and third, respectively, here this afternoon. Here's the pitch. This one is popped up. Thompson trying to give as much chase to it as he can, and he's going to be able to get there for the out. Goes across the diamond. Miller, does he apply the tag? Is he out? He's safe. Tom Perius calls him safe. Thompson with an absolute beeline to Miller. Going up is going to be Shoemaker to third base, so runners will be at the corners, but 2 down now after Covervig fouled out to Thompson up the first base line. That was an athletic play by Thompson. First to get there, then turn around quickly and throw a one-hopper to Miller, who came down to try to apply the tag there at third base. But face sliding in is Joe Shoemaker, and now there's 2 down here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Runners at the corners with Will Ellenson coming up to the plate. Here's this one on the way. And the pitch. This one is going to be hit on the ground and foul. It'll be 0-1. For the Squirrels, you have Tyler Crochet right now as the courtesy runner at first base. Shoemaker is going to be at third. So that was close to being a double play. So this one going to be a 0-1 count upcoming here. And we'll see if Will Ellenson can get a run across. Here's the pitch. That's going to be down low now, 1-1. Mentioning earlier, Central Cass is yet to lead in this contest. Kindred-Richland got up with a Swenson solo home run in the top of the second. Scoreless in the third. Vikings held scoreless in the top of the fourth. Central Cass with 1 run so far here in the bottom half. Here's the pitch. This one is hit in the air to left field, hanging up for roll-in, and that'll retire the side. We go to the top of the fifth inning. We're tied at 1. Good hit there by Ellenson, but it just went to roll-in and straightaway a left field. And for Central Cass, they do get 2 runs off, they get 1 run off of 2 hits. There was no errors and 2 runners left on base. We go to the top of the fifth inning. It's a 1-1 ball game on your Bank North scoreboard on your live event.
MLGC offers ultra high-speed broadband, streaming TV, telephone, advanced business services, and commercial-grade video surveillance services. MLGC has a goal to continue to deliver future technologies that make rural communities in North Dakota vibrant places in which to live and do business in. They're your local provider who prides itself on its unmatched customer service with a small-town touch. MLGC has offices in Enderlin, Cooperstown, and Kindred. For more info, go to mlgc.com.
Top of the fifth inning on our Bank North scoreboard. It's 1-0. The Kindred-Richland Vikings over the Central Cass Squirrels here on your live event. Chase Miller with you from Hendrickson Field in Enderlin. Joey Hughes running the camera. And this one has been kind of as advertised sometimes when you get the Vikings and the Squirrels to play one another in sports, and it's been just like that. Ethan McCall will come on for his fifth inning of work. On the opposite side for Kindred-Richland, Swenson went 3 innings, 1 hit against, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Mason O'Maris goes a third of an inning, gives up 2 hits, 1 run. That was earned in a walk, and then Carter Schmitz is able to come on, get a pop-out and a line-out to finish the bottom of the 4th inning. As for the Kindred-Richland Vikings, they will be sending their 9-1-2 batters to the plate here in Caleb Kalbundi, Carter Schmitz, and Lucas Kalbundi here against the lefty Ethan McCall. The Vikings, they have left 4 runners on so far. This one is going to be hit foul. Now will be 0-1. Caleb Kalbundi with a strikeout. Kindred-Richland with 1 run off a 3 hits so far. There has been 1 error on the Vikings with 4 runners left. And the pitch. This one will be 0-2. On the opposite side for the Central Cass Squirrels, 1 run on 3 hits so far for the Squirrels. Squirrels have committed an error, and they have left, however, 7 runners on base. This one's going to be foul, and we'll keep it at 0-2 yet again. Coming up tomorrow, Region 1 softball tournament begins. Both of the softball teams for these respective schools, the top 2 in the Region 1 softball tournament in Hillsboro. This one is hit in the air to right. Allenson goes a little bit more into the gap, able to glove it there for the out. That'll be a pop-out, make a fly out there to Allenson, and 1 down now in the top of the 5th inning. As coming up will be Schmitz, now the pitcher here for Kindred-Richland. But going back to the Region 1 baseball tournament, both these teams, Central Cass, the number 1 team, the defending state champ as well, will play the winner of the Higginson Co-op and HCV at 2 o'clock on Monday, while Kindred-Richland, the number 2 seed, will play the winner of Northern Cass and Enderlin on Saturday afternoon. Those games will be played at Olson Softball Complex. So the Region 1 softball tournament will be Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday. We'll wrap it up for the championship game as well here on your live event. So Carter Schmitz with a walk and a strikeout so far today. Top of the 5th inning, 1 out here for the leadoff batter for the Vikings. Now it's 0-2 in the count. Lucas Kalbundi due up next. As McCall continues to work on the mound right now. As McCall with the 0-2 pitch. That will be foul back. And we'll keep it at 0-2. As McCall will look back in again here to Carter Schmitz. And the pitch. That one misses. Now 1-2. So far today, the top of the lineup, McCall's done a really good job of 1 of 5 at the plate just to walk to Schmitz. And Kalbundi was able to reach base on an error in the 3rd. This one's going to be hit in the air to straightaway center field. That one looking up, and that's gone off the train tracks for Carter Schmitz. It's the 2nd home run here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings, and the Vikings have retaken the lead 2-1. Well, it's been all the solo home run variety here today between the Vikings and the Squirrels. 4th hit of the afternoon. That's the 2nd run, and that is earned as well. And Schmitz uncorks to straightaway center for the solo homer. Now 2-1, Kindred-Richland. That one swung on and missed. Now 0-1. Carter Maja with the solo home run for Central Cass. That came in the bottom of the 4th inning on the 2nd batter. So just like that, Kindred-Richland on the ensuing half inning when they're at the plate, able to get the lead right back. Swung on and missed here with Lucas Kalbundi. Now it's going to be 0-2. So after we just said maybe the old announcers, Jinx doing a pretty good job at the top of the order. Going one to straightaway center field there with Schmitz. 0-2 pitch on the way. This one's going to be hit in the air, and that's to left center field. Johnson and Iverson looking up, and that ball's gone! Back-to-back solo jacks, and the Vikings now lead it 3-1. To straightaway center and to left center field. It's home run number 4 in this contest, but the 3rd for the Vikings. And Schmitz now takes a 3-1 lead here for Kindred-Richland. And all of a sudden now, this is one of those opportunities for Kindred-Richland where you look up and you say, hey, we're up 3-1 right now. Let's continue to add on. The 5th hit against Ethan McCow, the 3rd run against, and now it's the 3rd batter in Nick Thompson. And Thompson takes a strike. Very similar to what we saw in the Enterland Baseball invite. Left center to right center is very promising here. If you can hit one in the air and kind of get it in the jet stream, it can carry, particularly with how the wind is blowing right now, more to that right to left field foul pole as Thompson falls behind the count 0-2. McCall looking to get back on track here, trying to get his 5th punch out of the afternoon. He has struck out Thompson once. Nick 0 for 2 on the game. This one is going to be a smash hit. That's a 2-hopper to left fielder there, and Johnson's going to get by Johnson. So it's going to be a single followed by an error as Thompson's going to get to second base here for Kindred-Richland. So Thompson will get aboard in 3 straight hits here for the Squirrels, and then an error on Johnson in left, and that'll allow Max Opgren to come to the plate. As right now Central Cass with Dustin Maggio. We'll see if this is done here for Ethan McCall, if his afternoon is done, or if it's just an opportunity to come on and have a little opportunity here just to say, hey, you know what, let's settle down and find the rhythm and the zone here as it's 3-1 Vikings over the Squirrels in the top of the 5th inning. Max Opgren, then Mason Almaris is due up next. So the wind coming on and playing a little bit of a part, I would say, here in terms of the home run balls for both teams. And Ethan McCall will stay on right now with the runner at second base again in Thompson as Max Opgren comes to the plate for Kindred-Richland. A game that started at 12:22, getting to 70 minutes old right now in the top of the 5th inning. As McCall will look in and all of a sudden find themselves their largest deficit of this contest. The Vikings up by 2. The Squirrels want to try to minimize the damage to those 2 solo homers. On the opposite side, if you're Kindred-Richland, this is a chance to keep on knocking on some runs right now. Batter number 5 on the lineup coming to the plate here for Kindred-Richland. Max Opgren 0 for 2 today, and the pitch by Ethan now 0-2 in the count. So Carter Maggio at third base, Brandon Maggio at short with Convervig at second and McKinnon at first here in the infield for the Squirrels. Parker, the battering ram with McCow, and the 0-2 pitch swung on and missed, and Ethan gets his second punch out here, or the second out, and his 5th strikeout of the afternoon. Mason Almaris now will be coming up. Almaris got a leadoff single in the 4th, and then grounded out to the shortstop, Brendan, in the 2nd. And the pitch. This one is be hit in the air, and that's over the shortstop. Rounding third base here is Thompson. Here comes the throw from Johnson. Relay to Maggio. Not going to be in time, and Kindred-Richland has now taken a 4-1 lead on the Mason Almaris RBI single, and Almaris goes to second on the throw. It's now 4-1, and Almaris is able to get his second knock of the afternoon. And now on the top of the 5th inning, it's the 3rd run across here for the Vikings. So Almaris with the RBI single. And Macau will be done here on the afternoon. It's 4-1. We'll let you know the pitching change coming up next on our Bank North scoreboard. Vikings have scored 3 so far here in the 5th on your live event.
Basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common. They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow, with locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsboro, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, Harvey, Medina, and Red Lake Falls. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay, so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Here's the line on Ethan McCow. 4 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned a walk and 5 strikeouts on 73 pitches. He is on the hook with the runner at second base right now in Mason Almaris. Carter Maggio will come on and pitch for Central Cass. Shoemaker will be at third base. Kay McKinnon goes to left. And then you're going to have Iverson and Ellenson in center and right, respectively. McCow is going to be at first, Covervig second, and Brandon Maggio will stay put as well up the middle with Covervig at second and short. So, top of the 5th inning, 2 outs. Runner at second base here is Mason Almaris and Kindred-Richland. This is the most batters they've sent to the plate in an inning so far here today. Batter number 7 with Jorgen Swenson, and Swenson with a check swing, and now 0-1. Swenson with a solo homer in the second and flew out in the 4th inning. As Maggio looks in, and the pitch. This one has to be hit on the ground. That's going to go right to the third baseman. Shoemaker goes across the diamond. That's not going to be in time on the one hop. So the one hopper by Shoemaker has to force McCow to try to glove it. And anytime you make a defensive change, it seems like it comes right to the guys. And that's what it did there for the third baseman and the first baseman, respectively. McCow going from the pitcher mound to first there, and Shoemaker, a one hopper, and getting aboard on the air is going to be Swenson. So runners at first and second now. Good strike on the way by Maggio. Now 0-1. So no balls. Graham Glazzo with a strikeout and a double his last time up. No balls, 1 strike. Now it's going to be 1-1. For the Central Cass Squirrels, they will send their 3, 4, and 5 batters, and Brendan, Ethan, and Alex due up next. That one going to miss at the letters, now 2-1. Game pace has kind of slowed a little bit as well here in the last inning and a half. Just runners are getting aboard, getting a little chillier out there as well. 46 degrees playing baseball, and you know every pitch and every run means something here because it gets you one step closer to trying to get to that Region 1 championship. This one is going to be up high for a ball, now 3-1. And for Kindred-Richland, they came out and ambushed Northern Cass in the resumption of their game at the top of the 5th inning, scoring 3 runs in the last game. And right now, it's kind of hanging around, and all of a sudden here in this 5th inning, a pair of solo homers by Smits and Kalbundi, and then you get the RBI single by Almaris. Now bases are loaded there after Glazzo walks. So Almaris is going to be at third. At second is Swenson, and Glazzo is at first. And here's the chance for Kindred-Richland to really try to come into this particular game as get the big knock as Jeremiah Doctor will come in. So Doctor will hit where Chase Miller was in the lineup. That's 8th. Bases full here of Vikings. A chance to open the game in the top of the 5th inning, up by 3 for Kindred-Richland on our Bank North scoreboard. Doctor in the regular season batted .323 with 12 runs driven in. Bases full of Vikings as Maggio looks in to Parker, and that'll miss for a ball. Now 1-0. If we get to it, the number 9 batter, Caleb Kalbundi, the catcher, is due up next. Kalbundi in the batter's box with his catcher's gear on, at least on the bottom half. That one in there for a strike, now 1-1. So Maggio looking for his first out in relief here. So far, a ball that'll be now 2-1. After Maggio came on, there was an error, again with Shoemaker to McCall, then a walk. So the righty, Maggio, will look back in again here on the lefty, Doctor. As the runners take their lead, and the 2-1 offering. That one misses, now 3-1, and Doctor's one take away from a ball to get an RBI, but also get the walk and extend this lead to 4. 3-1 pitch on the way from Maggio. That's going to be a ball, and it's a 5-pitch walk. As everyone will move up 90 feet, and for Kindred-Richland, the Vikings, they will take the lead now 5-1 and extend that lead by 4. Coming in to score is Almaris, so the line is done now on McCall. He will give up 5 runs. Swenson at third base, Glazzo's at second, and Doctor now at first. And they batted around here for Kindred-Richland with Caleb Kalbundi 0 for 2, batting ninth. Kalbundi now 0-1. So Kindred-Richland so far with 4 runs across so far here in this inning in the top of the 5th. And the pitch. That one will miss. Now 1-1. Still to come. We'll get to our Enbridge Energy player of the game. Jorgen Swenson was that against Kindred-Richland and Northern Cass contest. Get to our RDK Enterprises precision play of the game as well. That one going to be in there for a strike. Now 1-2. I think our precision play of the game, unless something changes, might be the home run ball on this one. This has really been the difference maker. 3 so far today for Kindred-Richland. All the solo shot. And the pitch, strike 3 looking, and that'll retire the side. So Maggio gets the punch out, but not before Kindred-Richland is able to put 4 runs across here on the top of the 5th inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's the Vikings taking the field and the Squirrels coming to bat here on your live event.
Friday Night Racing returns this summer to Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo, featuring 5-wide, high-flying, family-friendly action. Weekly racing featuring IMCA modified, stock cars, sport mods, sprint cars, hobby stocks, and index legends. Racing begins at 7 o'clock. Adult tickets are $13, kids tickets just $5. See the full schedule online at RedRiverValleySpeedway.com. All summer long, enjoy Friday night action at Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health.
In this Region 1 tournament, the Central Cass Squirrels came back against Fargo Oak Grove yesterday. As Miller is back again into the game now after Jeremiah Doctor came in and hit for him in the inning. Coming up for Central Cass will be Brendan Maggio, Ethan McCow, and Alex Iverson. Central Cass again was down 2-0 after an inning and a half against Fargo Oak Grove. Scored 2 in the bottom of the second, then put up a 10 spot. So we've seen them do this to teams before where if they needed a lot of runs in one particular time, they could do so. 10 runs, 9 hits. They had a 3-run homer by Cam Parker yesterday in their 14-4 win over Fargo Oak Grove in 6 innings. But right now, Central Cass Squirrels are down to their final 9 outs here against the Kindred-Richland Vikings. 2-0 is the count to the number 3 batter, Maggio. As Carter Schmitz has worked 2/3 of an inning so far. That one will miss, now 3-0. Central Cass, 7 runners left on base in the first 4 innings for the Squirrels. As Schmitz will work with a 3-0 pitch. That one will be a strike. Maggio taking all the way. Brendan 0 for 2 today with a ground out. For the Kindred-Richland Vikings, they have left 7 runners aboard as well. This one is hit, and that's going to be off the pitcher, Schmitz. And Schmitz able to glove it and retire Maggio. That one is going to be a stinger, and they'll come out here to see how everything is going as that one went right off the inside a little bit of that ankle. And right away when it hit, you weren't sure what Schmitz was able to do, but Schmitz did a nice job coming off the mound with the adrenaline just to kind of make the play and give it to Thompson. 1-3 on the putout. Maggio hit that one right on the screws, and that would have been tough for the infielders to make play. And now all of a sudden, if you're Schmitz, you got to kind of wonder, all right, how can I apply pressure on either ankle, whether it's your planting one or the one that you're coming off the rubber here, as he's not putting too much pressure right now. Anytime that right one comes out, kind of coming around and seeing if he's going to get one or two free tosses, see how he's going. And if Carter Schmitz is unable to go for Scott Milbrandt, that's going to be a question, is who might be the next pitcher to come out. So Schmitz will take a little bit of time, but that was going to be an absolute tattoo one as he looks on the inner side of his ankle right now, taking the socks down. And that one's going to have a big black and blue mark as you have Glazzo and Thompson also taking a look at it right now. Those guys can get a little smile on, but when it's 46 degrees, that hurts. It hurts anyway when it's 70 or 80, but right now Schmitz will take a couple of warm-up tosses, make sure that his plant foot is all right. He'll take one or two. And it looks like it's going to be okay right now. Probably, if you're the Vikings, just say, hey, if you can continue to pitch, give me another inning or two and you're fine. Let's give the thumbs up and let's find a way to get this win, then literally put that ankle on ice a little bit later on to get a couple of days off as you're starting shortstop as well here for Carter Schmitz entering the game. The senior looks to be all right, gives a thumbs up. Everyone takes their place again in the respective dugout and on the infield and outfield. And Schmitz winds and delivers here against Ethan McCow. Ethan will take a ball with a walk his last time up in the third and then struck out looking in the first inning. Here's the righty Schmitz. That one's going to miss outside for a ball. Now 2-0. Schmitz, 2-0 pitch upcoming. Now it's going to be 3-0, and after that one, it was a 3-1 count to Maggio as Schmitz worked behind. He's gone one full inning so far in relief, and the pitch, that one in there for a strike. Now 3-1. Still to come here on our Region 1 baseball tournament. We'll let you know after this pitch. 3-1. This one is hit in the air high and deep to straightaway center field, and that one is gone. That one is over the train tracks here at Hendrickson Field in Enderlin. Ethan McCow uncorks one to straightaway center. It's now 5-2. Squirrels down by 3. A second solo home run in the contest here for Central Cass. Their first one came with Carter Maggio in the last bottom of the fourth inning. And now it's 5-2 after a McCow home run. And now they'll keep it to Alex Iverson here. That'll be a hit and a run earned against Carter Schmitz as well. So far, we've had 3 solo homers by Kindred-Richland, 2 here by Central Cass. And all of them have been the solo variety. Is now 2-0 here to Alex Iverson. Iverson was hit by a pitch in the first, struck out looking in the third. And as we've kind of mentioned throughout the broadcast yesterday and their win over Oak Grove, and the same thing here, Central Cass is just a tough lineup, a team that just doesn't go away. And the pitch, that'll be in the dirt now, 3-0. So if you're a Central Cass Squirrels, you're down to your final 8 outs, but now you've at least got to run back and just keep chipping away here on the back end of this contest. That one in there for a strike. Now 3-1. If you're Scott Milbrandt right now, if another run or two gets on here for Central Cass, where do you start going here from a pitching prospect? Now 3-2. That one is foul, tipped by Iverson. If you're Kindred-Richland, hey, you'll give up the run here, but try to get 2 more outs with Schmitz. Bring your bats back to the lineup and try to get that run back in the top half of the 6th inning. Payoff pitch. That'll be a 6-pitch walk, and a home run, now a walk against Carter Schmitz here. And the Central Cass Squirrels to the game-tying run coming to the on-deck circle is coming to the plate is going to be Kay McKinnon. And Scott Milbrandt will come out here, and that might do it. It will. We'll let you know who the new pitcher is for Kindred-Richland. We return from Hendrickson Field. It's the Region 1 baseball tournament as the wind is picked up and the hats are flying off heads here on your live event.
Let's get Real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
It's the concert event of the summer in the Brainerd Lakes area. Lakes Jam, June 22nd through June 25th at Brainerd International Raceway.
R&J Broadcasting is the presenting sponsor.
Experience Lakes Jam. For rock and rollers, the main stage features Tesla, Warrants, and Hairball. For country enthusiasts, John Party, Cole Swindell, Gabby Barrett, and Mark Wills. Experience watercross, drifting, and lawnmower racing. For on-site camping, lodging, and tickets, visit lakesjam.com.
Bottom of the fifth inning, new pitcher now coming out will be Jack Wold here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings, the sophomore. Carter Schmitz goes an inning, gives up a run. He is on the hook for the runner at first base now with Iverson, and one walk as well for Carter Schmitz. So Schmitz will stay in the game. He'll go to short, and Swenson will knock back over to second base now for Kindred-Richland. Miller at third and Thompson at first with Kalbundi. That's Caleb behind the plate. The righty sophomore World goes up against Cade McKinnon here, the senior first baseman. Looking back to runner. And the pitch. This one's going to be fouled. And that'll be 0-1. So here in the fifth inning, a grounder by Brendan Maggio that went right off the inner parts of the ankle on the left-hand side there for Schmitz. He was able to get Maggio out, then a homer by McCow, and then a walk by Iverson. Brings Wold up on the mound here with McKinnon, 0-2 on the day. And the pitch. That one in there for a strike, now 1-1. Carter Maggio is due up next here for Central Cass. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out with a runner at first. Bottom of the fifth inning, 7 innings of scheduled baseball. As this one will be look back, the runner at first here with Iverson. And the pitch. That one is going to miss for a ball. Caleb Kalbundi doesn't like the call there, but calling balls and strikes, Justin Farkas. That'll be a ball now, 2-1. As Wold looks back, the runner at first a couple of times here, and the pitch. This one is fouled. Will be 2-2. Wind still blowing from right to left field so far today. 3 solo homers by Kindred-Richland. There's been 2 via Central Cass. So if you can just get the tie and run to the plate, you're 1 swing away here in this ballpark to have a chance. Bottom of the 5th inning, Kindred-Richland with a 2-2 pitch upcoming to McKinnon here with Wold. Off-speed pitch, McKinnon hits one down the right field line, and that'll be out of play, and we'll have a 2-2 offering upcoming again. Coming up after the conclusion of this one, Oaks and Northern Cass. And then later on will be Oak Grove against Hankinson, Fairmount, Campbell, Tinto, Rosso, Lidgerwood in terms of a couple of contests that'll have loser out implications. Win and you advance, lose and your season comes to an end. Wold looks back the runner. The pitch, that will miss. And now 3-2 upcoming. So we'll have a 2-2 count upcoming here now, with the runner at first base and Alex Iverson. Wold, very deliberate on the mound, looking back to runner a couple of times. And the pitch. This one is going to be into right field. Rounding second is Iverson. He's going to hold up there as O'Maris gets it back in. They throw behind the runner. Schmidt's trying to apply the tag. And now runners will be at first and second. And here comes the game-tying run to the plate. So Iverson is at second. McKinnon gets aboard with a base knock, his first of the contest. And Central Cass with 1 run so far here in the bottom of the 5th inning since Carter Maggio, who's already home run in this game, in the 4th. Batter number 5 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit here throughout the afternoon here in Enderlin as Wold calls time. And right now, Kalbundi will come on. Contest that started at 12:11 right now as we're getting to that hour and 45-minute old variety. Still 3 more games to play here at Hendrickson Field. Winner of this game, though, goes to that championship on Monday in Castleton at 7 o'clock in that game. Here's the pitch on the way to Carter as Will looks back the runners. This one will be in the dirt, and a really nice backhand by Caleb Kalbundi to keep Iverson at second base, now 1-0. So we've seen a double at the top of the order by Kovervig here today. We've seen a couple of walks, Macau, and a home run at the number 4 batter. A couple of walks by Iverson in the 5th hole. McKinnon with a single. Here's the 6th batter. Maggio is already homered. That one is going to be low. And the throw back to second is going to get into center field, but Lucas Kalbundi does a really good job of coming back on that one. So now it'll be 2-0. Then you look at Carter Maggio, who's homered, who's number 7. Pair of walks by the number 8 batter here and a single by Parker. So again, up and down the lineup again for Central Cass. They only got 2 runs, but they've done enough to at least get aboard and go station to station and hit a couple of solo homers. Here's a pitch. This one is hit on the ground, and that's going to be past the diving Swenson. The runner, Iverson, rounding third. He's coming on in. Here's the throw home. Not going to be in time. It's an RBI single for Carter Maggio, and the Squirrels are back within 2. Going to third is going to be McKinnon on the throw coming in. Iverson scores from second, and Maggio now is at first. So bottom of the 5th inning, a couple runs across so far for Central Cass. Carter Maggio with his second RBI of the afternoon. And for Central Cass, they trail it by 2. So the top of the 5th inning, Kindred-Richland scored 4 runs. Central Cass with 2 so far and a chance to add to it. The game-tying run now sits at first, and the go-ahead run comes to the plate in Joe Schumacher, who's got a pair of 5-pitch walks. Here's Wold as he looks back the runner. That one in there for a strike on Shoemaker. Carter Schmitz will give up the 1 inning of baseball. He'll give up 2 runs and 1 walk against him. No strikeouts. Wold right now gives up the base knock here as the runner from third bluffs down the line here in McKinnon. And the pitch. This one is going to be hit on the ground. This goes to Schmitz. Backhand to Swenson for 1. Tries to get the relay. That's going to get by the first baseman, Thompson. The runner, Shoemaker, is going to stay put. They do get the out. However, the run does come in. And now for the Central Cass Squirrels, it's a 5-4 contest. So coming in to score is going to be McKinnon. Maggio is out on the fielder's choice at second, and Schumacher is going to be at first base here on the fielder's choice, but it is an RBI regardless here for the Central Cass Squirrels. Parker comes in. Was courtesy run for in the 4th inning. Has a single his last time up. Popped out back in the 2nd inning. Shoemaker with the RBI there on the fielder's choice is now 5-4 as he gets the run to come home. But for Central Cass, a good response here in the bottom of the 5th inning, regardless of what happens from now, because they got 3 runs across. They made it a 1-run game as Wold looks back the runner at first here in Shoemaker, as this one will be a ball outside. That'll be 2-0. And we've seen Parker do the suicide squeeze yesterday. So when he bluffed the bunt, Miller was charging up down the third base line. Runner at first base again is Shoemaker. Wold looks back the runner. 2-0 pitch on the way. That's in there for a strike now, 2-1. For the Kindred-Richland Vikings, they will be sending the top of the order in what's scheduled against Schmitz, Lucas Kalbundi, and Nick Thompson in the top of the 6th inning. But right now they want to try to get out of this 5th with still a lead here against the Squirrels. Shoemaker takes his lead off of first. We're going to get a time call. Then still will be 2 balls and 1 strike in a game that's became a snail's pace here in the 4th and 5th inning. When you send 9-10 batters in an inning, he takes some pitches, fouls them off, get a couple pitching changes. Game starts to slow down in baseball. Here's the 2-1 offering on the way for Wold. Off-speed pitch. It's going to be a pass ball as it gets by the catcher. And going to second base and be Shoemaker. Hit the glove of Kalbundi, but just couldn't squeeze it tight enough. And it'll be 3 balls and 1 strike. And Sam Kovervig is due up next if Cam can get aboard. 5-4 Vikings over the Squirrels, and we still have 3 games to play here in Enderlin. Finish the conclusion of Kindred-Richland Northern Cass. After the rain delay yesterday, the final in that contest was 5-1 Kindred-Richland. Jorgen Swenson, 3 innings to finish the contest, 6 strikeouts and 2 walks, and then came on here with 3 innings, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 1 hit. Here's a pitch. That one's going to come in and hit him. So a hit by pitch here on the catcher. Runners at first and second, and now the go-ahead run is at first base for Central Cass. For the Squirrels, that's their 6th free pass, either via the hit batter or the walk. Runners will be at first and second. Courtesy runner now for the Squirrels, as well as Crochet will come back on to courtesy run. So Crochet at first, at second is Shoemaker. We go back to the top of the lineup here for the Squirrels. Sam Kovervig steps up. 1 of 2 in the game, a leadoff double back in the 1st inning. Struck out looking in the 2nd and popped out in the 4th. Jack Wold looks back the runner at second. And the pitch. This one will miss low. Now 1-0. Batter number 8 here on this inning for Central Cass. And you go the other way for Kindred-Richland. They put 10 batters to the plate. So combined 18 here in the inning. Batters at first and second again as Wold. Behind the count, 1-0. Runner's going to go. They're going to go to the third base. That one gets airmailed by Kalbundi to Miller. And now it's going to get by Rowland for a second. Rowland trying to come in. And that's going to be sliding in safely. The Squirrels have tied it up here at 5-5. Coming in to score is going to be Shoemaker after the stolen base and then the error. And then Crochet will go from first to third. And the Squirrels now have tied things up here on our Bank North scoreboard at 5 apiece with 4 runs of their own as well here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And Sam Kovervig ahead in the count 2-0. There is 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. As Kovervig has the go-ahead run less than 90 feet away now at third base with Crochet. 2-0 pitch. That'll miss for a ball now 3-0. The error will be on Kalbundi there. And then it got by Rowland for a second in left field as well as Miller went down to cover third, but that one just kind of went off of Kalbundi and went to straightaway left field. So all of a sudden now 3 balls, no strikes here to the number 1 batter in the lineup here for Central Cass. And the pitch upcoming. In there for a strike, now 3-1. So for this one here for Central Cass, they will come on here. The Squirrels will have Will Ellenson due up next if Kovervig can get aboard. So Wold and the pitch. This one is hit on the ground. Schmitz tries to glove it at short. Goes across the diamond, and that's going to be an error. Coming in to score from third is going to be Crochet. Kovervig goes from first to second, and the Squirrels, for the first time today, have taken the lead at 6-5 Central Cass. So Schmitz will have the air, and right now the Kindred-Richland Vikings defense has given up a couple of errors here against the Squirrels, and Central Cass now leads it 6-5. So there's tied at 5, and now it's 6-5 here as Central Cass just keeps the line moving with Will Ellenson, the ninth batter to the plate here for Central Cass. That one will miss for a ball, now 1-0. Ellenson has a couple of line drive outs in the third and fourth, respectively. And now all of a sudden for Central Cass, Convervig is aboard for the second time here today. And the pitch. That'll be for a ball, now 2-0. We mentioned it earlier. Central Cass is a lineup that can have an inning like this. They did against Fargo Oak Grove yesterday, and now they're doing it right now against the Kindred-Richland Vikings as well. And the pitch. This one is be grounded up the third baseline foul. So Shoemaker comes in after the error from Kalbundi to make it 5-5. And then there is an error as well on the E6 with Swenson to make it 6-5. So Central Cass on our Bank North scoreboard with the run lead. Wolm trying to get the strike, but he can't. And now it's 3 balls and 1 strike here to Will Ellenson. Brandon Maggio, who started things off with a grounder back to the pitcher Schmitz off the inner part of his ankle, is due up next. Here's the 3-1 offering on the way from Wold. And the pitch. That one going to be a ball and a walk. And it's been death by 1,000 paper cuts here if you're a Kindred-Richland Viking fan. Just been kind of the small ball variety as Scott Milbrandt will come out here. And we'll see if we have a pitching change or if it's just going to be a quick conference call. Scott will take the mound here and see where the situation's going to go. So Wold is done. Looks like Roland's coming in relief. We'll let you know some of the fielding changes coming up next here on your live event. At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Central Cass School's mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The new STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow into the new space and move forward with excellence.
The City of Hillsborough welcomes you to town, conveniently located halfway between Fargo and Grand Forks. You can shop for your personal items or your farm and business supplies at our local stores. If you're looking for a new home or a working job, check out the opportunities in Hillsborough and see what the community can offer you and your family. The City of Hillsborough congratulates the area graduates on your achievements, and they wish you all the best in your future. They hope that you'll carry pleasant memories of school days and graduation time for the rest of your life. Congratulations and best of luck, graduates from the City of Hillsborough.
Bottom of the fifth inning on our Bank North scoreboard, a 6-5 game. O'Maris now in left with Lucas Kalbundi in center. Glazo goes back to right here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. And coming on the mound now will be Connor Rowland here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings as well. Jack Will goes a third of an inning, 2 hits against 3 runs, 3 strikeouts, and no walks. Connor Rowland on the mound here for Kindred-Richland. Pitched 2 weeks ago against Northern Cass, win a complete game. Picked up the loss in that one. Runners at first and second now here for the Squirrels. As at second is Convervig, at first is Ellenson, and Brandon Maggio here will step up again in the inning. That one good rip on the way. That'll be a strike. Now 0-1. Brennan so far 0 for 3 today. Pair of groundouts and a fly out to the right fielder. Here's the 0-1 offering on the way. This one's going to be hitting the air to center. Lucas Kalbundi underneath it, and that'll retire the side. Good rip there by Maggio, who's now 0 for 4 today. But the Central Cass Squirrels have taken the lead here with 5 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning. We go to the top of the 6th. It's a new score. Central Cass 6, Kindred-Richland 5. The Vikings coming to the plate.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health.
Do you want that new boat? Are you building onto your home? Maybe you want the new camper or ATV. Dakota Heritage Bank can help you. This is Dustin Nagel, president at Dakota Heritage Bank Hillsborough location. You can visit with me or our other loan officers to help with loans and lines of credit from Dakota Heritage Bank. We are serving you with locations in North Dakota and Northwest Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank offers financial services you expect with a local perspective. dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Going to the top of the 6th inning here at Central Cass, Kindred-Richland. Central Cass 6, Kindred-Richland 5. In the bottom of the 5th inning, the Squirrels score 5 runs on 3 hits, 2 errors, and 2 runners left on base, but they sent 10 batters to the plate and got a crooked number on the board. And for the first time today, they lead it on our Bank North scoreboard 6-5 as Kindred-Richland will be sending the top of the lineup here up to the plate. It's coming up. Here is going to be Schmitz, Kalbundi, and Thompson. This one will be a ball as Carter Maggio is back on the mound. Maggio's got a third of an inning, got a strikeout against Kalbundi to finish the 5th. Carter Schmitz is 1 of 2 in the game with a solo homer, a run scored, a walk in the 3rd. As Schmitz right now trying to get Kindred-Richland at least a tie, or if not, try to get ahead in this contest. Now 2-0 upcoming here to Schmitz. The righty, Maggio, and the pitch. This one's me fouled. Now 2-1. So Schmitz, Kalbundi, and Thompson here for Kindred-Richland. A game that started at 12:11, now passes the 2 o'clock hour here. Still 46 degrees, overcast skies. Here's the pitch on the way by Maggio. Check swing. They're going to ask if he went. Yes, he did, says Dave Klunt. So now 2-2. Coming up next, it's Oaks and Northern Cass. And then you're going to have Oak Grove against the co-op of Hankinson, Fairmount, Campbell, Tinto, Rossholt, and Lidgerwood later on tonight as well here in the Region 1 tournament. The pitch, check, swing. They're going to ask again. No, he did not. So 1 check, he goes. The other check, he just stays. Now it's 3-2. Schmitz now the shortstop back again after pitching a little bit here for the Vikings. Here's the 3-2 pitch on the way by Carter. That one, strike 3 looking, and Carter Maggio gets his 2nd strikeout. 1 out now in the top of the 6th inning. McKinnon's in left again for the Central Cass Squirrels. In right is Iverson, in right with Iverson in center. Parker is behind the plate. McCow is at first after starting the contest off for Central Cass. Sam Converbig at second, and Brendan Maggio is at short with Parker behind the plate. Lucas Kalbundi comes up. Kalbundi with a solo homer, part of that back-to-back solo shot in the 5th inning for Schmitz and Kalbundi. This one is hit in the air, and he wants a second one. This one splits the gap to the warning track to the wall, and that one's going to be off the wall. Rounding first is to second is Kalbundi. And with how we've seen the wind here today, when that one came off, you thought there might be a chance that that could possibly go. But regardless, it's a 1-out double on the tying run now in scoring position for the Vikings. As you're going to have Nick Thompson to the plate here. Thompson with a single is 1 of 3 with a strikeout looking back in the 3rd inning. But after that one, just kind of jettisoned out to right center field. The wind going right to left. But the runner now at second. And this one is hit in the air to center field. Iverson and Allison come in and making the diving catch. Did he do it? They're going to say no catch. They're going to say no catch, or are they going to give him the catch? Dave Klunt first talked it over and said no catch originally. So right now there'll be runners at first and second, and now they're going to talk it over and say, yes, there was a catch. What a play by the center fielder there in Iverson to come across and get it. 2 down now here in the top of the 6th inning. First, there was no catch called, and then Dave Klunt alongside with Tom Perrius talk it over and say, nope, that was a good catch by the outfielder. So now 2 down here in the top of the 6th inning. Max Opgren will step up next, and Thompson is retired on 1 pitch. Now 0-1 to Max. That's a tough one there, but a great dive by Ellenson and Iverson to talk it over there in the outfield. And Iverson to come on, lose his hat, make the gloving catch to get the out. Now 0-1 to Opgren. Now it's going to be 1-1, but again, Lucas Kalbundi stands at second base. The Central Cass Squirrels, they will be sending their 4, 5, and 6 batters to the plate in the bottom of the 6th inning. Runner at second is Kalbundi, and the pitch upcoming by Carter Maggio, who steps off and looks back the runner. Kindred-Richland with 5 runs so far, off of 8 hits. There's a couple errors against the Vikings. And the pitch. That one going to be in there for a strike. Now 1-2. So Carter Maggio looking in. Postseason baseball at its finest, hanging on every pitch. 1-run baseball game here, top of the 6th inning. Maggio delivers. That one will miss. And now it'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes to the cleanup batter here in the Kindred-Richland Viking lineup. 0 for 3 again as Max struck out his last time up. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way. And that one, Carter Maggio thought it was strike 3. Instead it will be ball 3, and we'll have a full count. This will be batter 5 again, Opgren here, going up against Maggio, and the payoff pitch upcoming. This one is fouled, and we'll do it again and keep it at 3-2. High school baseball, Region 1 baseball on your live event. You can check out all the games throughout the rest of today and Monday, and if needed, Tuesday as well, here on yourliveevent.com, and search Your Live Event on YouTube. As Parker will come out here and talk it over with Carter Maggio on the mound with a 3-2 upcoming. Number 1 seed against the number 3 seed here. Next game will feature the 4 seed of the Tornadoes and the number 2 seed of the Jaguars. And then following that, the 5 seed Grovers go up against the 7 seeded Ball Stars later tonight. Looking in is Maggio, and the payoff pitch. Got him swinging, and that'll retire the side. Maggio able to punch out the side here, as there's going to be no runs off 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Bottom of the 6th inning we go. Squirrels coming to the plate with the heart of the order here on your live event.
The Erickson Agency in Hillsborough is an independent insurance agency. That means they have access to a number of national and regional companies to find you the best combination of price and coverage for your home, autos, or business insurance needs. They also represent Blue Cross, Blue Shield, and Sanford Health for your group or individual health insurance, as well as Medicare supplements. Stop by the office at 502 West Caledonia Avenue or call Lee at 701-636-5852. The Erickson Agency in Hillsborough, a proud supporter of the HCV boroughs.
Full Service Foods in Hillsborough provides contract packaging and private label foods for your local and regional retail stores. Full Service Foods is a leader in the upper Midwest for less than truckload quantities for contract manufactured sauces and dressings. They are a privately held company with a reputation for quality and customer service. Full Service Foods is proud to be in Hillsborough and bringing employment opportunities to the area. Find out more at fullservicefoods.com. Full Service Foods of Hillsborough, proud to support this community event.
Go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's Central Cass 6, the Kindred-Richland Vikings 5. Still to come, we'll get to our RDK Enterprises precision play of the game. RDK Enterprises of Hillsborough and Drayton wants you to have a safe and successful planting season. Call 701-636-2119 for RDK Enterprises for more information. Connor Rowland comes out here going up against Ethan McCow, Alex Iverson, and Kay McKinnon, the 4, 5, and 6 batters here in the lineup. Ethan, his last time up, hit a home run in the 5th, is 1 for 2 in the day with a walk and a strikeout as well. Now ahead in the count 2. And at that time it was 5-2, where you just thought, hey, Ethan's homer maybe gives the Squirrels lineup a little bit of life. Well, actually it put a 5 spot up to start. McCow hits one to left center field. That one looking up, and it's gone! A line drive shot for Ethan McCow, his second solo homer of the day, and the Squirrels now lead it 7-5. That one just over the wall in left center field as McCow goes oppo for the homer. Back-to-back jacks for McCow at the plate, and now the Squirrels get a little insurance here in the bottom of the 6th inning. McCow with the solo homer here, and don't look now. The Squirrels lead it by 2 as Rowland still on the mound, and this is a deep ball hit to right field. As Glazzo goes around, and Glazzo's not going to be able to glove it. Rounding first on his way to second is Iverson, and Everson's on with a double. So a home run followed by a double here, and now it's the 8th hit of the contest for Central Cass, and the Squirrels' bats are coming alive in the 5th and 6th innings. It's been good sounds as well. I mean, it's just been right on through the zone where you want to connect, and that's what we're seeing from the Squirrels here as Cade McKinnon will step in. McKinnon with a run scored with a single in the 5th. And the Squirrels still with nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th inning, trying to add on to already a 2-run lead now here in the 6th. Rowland looks in, takes a strike, does McKinnon now 0-1. McKinnon grounded out in the 1st. Line drive out in the 4th, and again a single with a run scored last half inning in the 5th. Central Cass scoreless in the first 3, but they plated 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 4th, 5 in the 5th, and so far 1 here in the 6th. And that one's going to be in the dirt low. Now 1-1. Caleb Kalbundi has continued to really work behind the plate. As looking in will be Rowland here. The lefty looks in with the runner at second base here in Iverson. And the 1-1 pitch fouled. Now it'll be 1-2. Still 3 more games to come here in Enderlin. Started our coverage 3 hours ago at 11 o'clock in the morning with Northern Cass and Kindred-Richland the Vikings. This contest right now 2 hours old in Enderlin. Rowland looks back, the runner, and the pitch. This one's be hit in the air, and that one is going to go to the right center field wall, to the track, and that one is gone! It's a 2-run homer for the Squirrels. Cade McKinnon with the second home run here of the inning for Central Cass. They now lead it 9-5. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. A homer by McCow, a double by Iverson, and now McKinnon with the 2-run jack. Bottom of the 6th inning, 9-5 Central Cass, as they just continue to have their bats come alive here in the back end of this contest. A 2-run shot for McKinnon, and it's been everything to right center and left center field like we talked about here today. This one in there for a strike with Carter Maggio. Maggio hit a solo jack in the 4th inning to get Central Cass on the board. At that time, it was a 1-1 contest. Maggio hits one on the ground. That's the shortstop. Swenson able to go to Thompson for 3 on the putout. Now 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. But Central Cass has plated 3 runs across so far, and it's just what they needed. You got a home run by McCow, a pair of solo shots, a 2-run homer by McKinnon, and a solo homer by Carter Maggio as well. That's been 4 there for Central Cass. And you look at Kindred-Richland, able to hit 3 home runs by themselves. We got 7 jacks here in this contest combined between the Squirrels and Vikings. That one in there for a strike to Schumacher, now 0-1. Schumacher able to get on board on a fielder's choices last time up in the 5th inning with a run scored, as well as a pair of walks in the 2nd and the 4th. This one is going to be popped up in the air, as that one's going to go to Schmitz. 2 down now in the bottom of the 6th inning. For Kindred-Richland, they are slated to send their 5, 6, and 7 batters due up next with Mason Almaris to lead things off in the top of the 7th. But the Vikings coming into this inning are trailing it by 1. Now they trail it by 3. And Cam Parker will come up. He was hit by a pitch his last time up. Courtesy run for, and Crochet came in to score for Central Cass. Squirrels just continue to find ways to grind out at bats. 9 hits so far here today, but they have 9 runs, thanks in part to a couple of errors in the 5th inning. They've left a ton of runners on, but it's finally paid dividends here in the 4th, 5th, and 6th for Central Cass. Here's a pitch by Roland. That'll miss outside. And working ahead again is Cam Parker. Now 3-0 is the count upcoming. If Cam's able to get aboard, go back to the order for the 5th time here for Central Cass with Sam Kovervik. As Roland looks in, and the pitch in there for a strike. Now 3-1. Post-game show, we'll hear from a victorious player. Also get to the final numbers in this one. A couple players that stood out and get you ready for our next contest as well. This one swung on a miss, good. Rip by Parker, now 3-2. Northern Cass and Oaks upcoming. If this game gets done, let's say roughly around 2:30, probably looking closer to a 3 o'clock, 3:15 start time for that one. Here's the pitch. That'll be a walk. 6-pitch walk to Parker. And Roland will give up the first free pass in relief here for Kindred-Richland. So far, this is the 5th pitcher here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings, but it's been the 4th since the 4th inning, where Jorgen Swenson started the game with 3 innings, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 1 hit against, but he finished the last 3 innings against Northern Cass, so he's pitched 6 innings here today, and again, you get to a certain pitch count, that's all that you can do. Roland, off speed, that'll miss out of the zone to Kovervik, now 1-0. Kovervik reached bases last time on an error, got a double back in the first, and was stranded at third base when the Squirrels had bases loaded in the 1st inning. Runner at first base again is Parker. 1-0 pitch by Roland. That one will miss. Now 2-0. Central Cass scoreless in the first 3, a run in the 4th, 5 in the 5th, and so far they've been able to have 3 here in the 6th inning. Roland looks back, the runner at first base again, and this one will be hit on, and that's going to be a single up the middle here, and runners will advance to first and second here, as the courtesy runner again for Central Cass is Crochet, now in scoring position. Crochet does have that run scored as he courtesy ran for Parker in the 5th. And now Kovervik gets his 2nd hit. So he's got a single and a double. He'll be at first base. Crochet's hit 2nd, and Will Ellenson comes to the plate. That one is going to be by the catcher, and the runner Crochet just kind of froze a little bit. Not sure if he was going to see Kalbundi all of a sudden turn around, find the ball, and then maybe get thrown down at third. So it'll be a ball here to Will Ellenson. And for Central Cass, batter number 8 here of this inning, Ellenson walked his last time up in the 5th. A pair of line drive outs in the 3rd and 4th. Was able to get aboard in the 1st as well. Runners at 1st and 2nd. 1-0 is the count upcoming here to Ellenson, the right fielder for Central Cass. And the pitch. This one is hit in the air to left field. Almaris goes back, and that's to the track, and that's off the top of the wall. Coming in to score is going to be Crochet. They're rounding Kovervik. Here's the relay throw. Kovervik, does he slide in safely? He's out! Kalbundi applies the tag. That's going to be 7-6-1 on the putout. And Kovervik kind of slid into a bat as well. He'll be retired, but coming in to score is Crochet, and that'll retire the side. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Central Cass able to add another couple of runs here in the 6th. They lead it 10-5 here on your live event.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank. The Goose River Bank wants to bring banking to you. The days of coming into the bank to do business are changing. With digital banking, you can choose how and when you want to do business with us. We will still be here when you need us, but sometimes it's more useful to bank from the seat of your tractor, the kitchen counter, or even while you're on the go. Let the Goose River Bank become your community bank. We believe that a strong bank builds strong communities, and we would be proud to be your bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hello, Shane with Irie Insurance. We are proud to announce our Benefits Connect platform. You will have more options with Irie Insurance Benefits Connect. You have choices. Do you know who your group agent is? Do you meet annually to review benefits? Would you like to save money? Would you like more benefits? You have choices. We take a different approach to providing benefits through education, communication, and a personal touch. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com.
Going to the top of the 7th inning here, Carter Maggio is on after Central Cass gets 4 runs on 5 hits. No errors. There's a runner left on base. It's 10-5. Central Cass over Kindred-Richland. Mason Almaris works ahead in the count 1-0 here as Carter Maggio is back on the mound. Now 1-1. Maggio so far an inning and a third that he's worked as they've gotten to the top of the 7th inning. 3 strikeouts so far for the righty and the pitch. That one misses outside. Now 2-1. After that, it's Swenson is due up next, and then for Kindred-Richland here in the middle to bottom of their order. Here's the offering by Maggio. That'll miss. Now 3-1. Kindred-Richland needs 5 runs to stay alive in this contest. Otherwise, they will move into the loser-out game on Monday at 5 o'clock. This one is hit in the air, and that's going to be a line drive opposite field single here for the Vikings. And, well, just what you needed here. Move the line in the top of the 7th. So Almaris gets on base for the 3rd time here today, all via the single scored back in the 5th inning. So Swenson will step up, homered to open things up in the 2nd in terms of scoring, which seems like an eternity ago. Here's the pitch on the way here by Carter Maggio. Instead, he flips it back to first, diving in safely again is Almaris. Game that's over 2 hours old, getting closer to that 2:10 count right now as Carter Maggio will look in. And the pitch, off speed. That'll be 1-0. If you're a Kindred-Richland fan, you want to find a way to get Schmitz, Kalbundi, Thompson up here in this inning. If you can, that means you've scored some runs. You've moved it through. Good rip on the way by Swenson. That'll make it 1-1 upcoming. Graham Glazzo's due up next here for the Vikings, batting 7th for Scott Milbrandt and Kindred-Richland. Carter Maggio looks back over, and the offering. This one fouled. Now 1-2. It's the Region 1 baseball tournament that has started in Enderlin with the play-in match with the Eagles and the Ball Stars on Tuesday. Went to Kindred yesterday and then back to Enderlin today just because of the weather and the wetness at Kindred. That's going to be strike 3 looking, and Carter Maggio gets his 4th strikeout of the afternoon. So 1 down now in the top of the 7th. Swenson is retired via the strikeout as Graham Glazzo will step up now. Glazzo with a double and a strikeout. Runner at first base again is Almaris. And the pitch. That one's going to be a swing now. 0-1. After him, Chase Miller is due up next for the Vikings. Shoemaker at third. You got Brendan Maggio at short here on the left-hand side of the infield for the Squirrels. That one is going to miss for a ball, now 1-1. Right-hand side, Sam Covervig again, and McCowell, the starting pitcher, went 4 2/3 innings, 7 hits against and 5 runs, holding the runner on at first right now for the Squirrels and Almaris. Here's the offering. This one's going to be hit on the ground to the third baseman. Shoemaker goes to second. They get the lead runner there, trying to get Covervig, had a chance to maybe spin and try to throw the double play instead. Reaching on a fielder's choice is going to be Glazzo, and retired at second is Almaris. 2 down now here in the 7th inning. So Chase Miller, the final 3 strikes upcoming here for Kindred-Richland, down to their final out as well. Here's the pitch. This one is grounded. Now 0-1. So getting to this game for both teams, you've found your way to at least to Monday, and that's where you at least need to get in the first couple of rounds in this Region 1 baseball tournament. Be part of the final 3 teams remaining, and then see what the weekend brings, see what guys kind of feel like, and get to Monday and try to have 1 or 2 quality outings. This one's foul back, 0-2, and then try to get to that position. But with this win for Central Cass, they would have to be beaten twice, both once on Monday and once on Tuesday for them to not go to Newman Outdoor Field. So a win here by Central Cass gets them 1 win closer to making it back to state. This one is going to be in the dirt. Now 1 and 2. Caleb Kalbundi is due up next if Chase Miller can keep the line moving here for Kindred-Richland. As on the mound right now again is Carter Maggio. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at first is Almaris. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th on our Bank North scoreboard as the righty Maggio looks in, and the pitch. This one swung on and missed, and that'll do it. A contest that finishes at 2:23. The Central Cass Squirrels are heading back to the Region 1 championship with a 10-5 win over the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Pair of strikeouts there in the inning. Maggio gets 5 in the contest, and Central Cass wins it and improves to 16-2 on the season. Kindred-Richland falls to 13-7. A game time of 2 hours and 11 minutes. Our post-game show is coming up next, and also we'll hear from a victorious Central Cass Squirrel. That's all on the way. It's the final Central Cass 10-5 in the Region 1 baseball tournament.
It's the concert event of the summer in the Brainerd Lakes area. Lakes Jam, June 22nd through June 25th at Brainerd International Raceway.
R&J Broadcasting is the presenting sponsor.
Experience Lakes Jam. For rock and rollers, the main stage features Tesla, Warrants, and Hairball. For country enthusiasts, John Party, Cole Swindell, Gabby Barrett, and Mark Wills. Experience watercross, drifting, and lawnmower racing. For on-site camping, lodging, and tickets, visit lakesjam.com.
Mindak Market is located in the J.C. Penney wing of the West Acres Mall in Fargo with over 4,000 square feet of localness. Greg, Susan, Katie, Sarah Melody, and staff are proud to promote local products from North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota. You'll see everything from honey and jams, puzzles, and year-round gift baskets at Mindak Market. Stop by the store in West Acres or check out their website at mindakmarket.com. That's mindakmarket.com to shop and order online.
MLGC offers ultra-high-speed broadband, streaming TV, telephone, advanced business services, and commercial-grade video surveillance services. MLGC has a goal to continue to deliver future technologies that make rural communities in North Dakota vibrant places in which to live and do business in. They're your local provider who prides itself on its unmatched customer service with a small-town touch. MLGC has offices in Enderlin, Cooperstown, and Kindred. For more info, go to mlgc.com.
As we come back here on our post-game show, join us now, Carter Maggio of the Central Cass Squirrels. And Carter, this is what postseason baseball is all about. You hang on one pitch, and Kindred-Richland gets going early with some home runs there, gets you guys in a hole. But just like against Fargo Oak Grove yesterday, fell behind a little bit early. You guys never flinched, and just talk about just the resiliency from top to bottom in this order.
Yeah, I never really bowed my head or anything like that. I had full trust in all those guys. We've battled through worse before, and we'll do it again.
Talk about the long ball in this game. I mean, that really was out in some windy conditions, mid-40 degrees. It's kind of got an alleyway to right center and left center field. So you see Kindred-Richland hit a couple of them early, but all of a sudden Ethan with 2, and then just topping down the lineup. How does that feel when all of a sudden you see like Ethan get 1 and just kind of keep it going up and down?
Yeah, he hits the heck out of the ball. He hits it a long ways. He's played well for us this year, and yeah.
Take us through your home run too, as well. What did you see on the pitch?
I was kind of thinking just a nice line drive to get us going, but gave me a good pitch right in my sweet spot, and
the rest is history, right?
That's right.
And then you go, final thing for you here, Carter. You're able to come on the mound. When you're coming in relief, just talk about the zone you're able to get there, get the final punch out. What's the feeling like knowing that, hey, we're going back to Castleton, having a chance again to represent, the red what you're wearing right there and try to get one step closer to state tournament? What was kind of going through your mind when you got that last punch out?
Yeah, that was a moment to remember for sure. Cam Parker told me that we just got to finish her out, and that's what we did.
Hey, thanks so much for your time, Carter. Best of luck moving forward, and we'll see you Monday in the championship round coming up here in Castleton.
All right.
Carter Maggio with us here from the Central Cass Squirrels. We'll take a quick time out. We come back. We'll get to our post-game show on your live event.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Getting your final 10-5 Central Cass over the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Kindred-Richland and Central Cass here in Enderlin, 10-5. The final Squirrels with 11 hits, 2 errors, 10 left on base. For Kindred-Richland, 9 hits, 3 errors, and 9 runners left on base. A game time of 2 hours and 12 minutes. Carter Maggio picks up the win as well here for the Central Cass Squirrels. For the Kindred-Richland Vikings, it started with a Jorgen Swenson solo homer in the second. It was 1-0, and then Carter Maggio hit a solo homer in the fourth to make it 1-1. Kindred-Richland next half inning had a solo homer by Carter Schmitz and a solo homer by Lucas Kalbundi to make it 3-1, and then later on, Almaris hit a RBI single. It was 4-1 Vikings, but then in the bottom of the fifth inning, that's when things got going. Macau hit a solo homer. Carter Maggio was able to deliver as well in the bottom of the fifth inning with a RBI single, which plated Iverson. Shoemaker with an RBI. Then Shoemaker came in off an error of a Kalbundi throw, and then Cruchet scored on an error off a Swenson throw. So a couple errors. McCall then would come back in the bottom of the sixth and hit a solo homer, and then McKinnon hit a 2-run jack to really put the game on ice. Made it 9-5 in the sixth, and 10-5 Ellenson with the RBI single as well in the bottom of the sixth inning. It's now time to get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Line 3 is now finished. Learn more by visiting enbridge.com/line3.us. And this is a 1-2 combination as Carter Maggio would finish 2 for 4 from the plate with a home run and a run scored as well in the fourth inning. But he came on in relief and did a really nice job as he was able to go 2 2/3 innings, 1 hit against, 5 strikeouts, and no walks. Carter Maggio for the Central Cass Squirrels is our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, and Ethan McCall, when they needed those homers, he was able to get the lineup going in the bottom of the fifth with a solo shot. He is also part of our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. And our RDK Enterprises Precision Play of the Game, well, that's the long ball. 3 by the Kindred-Richland Vikings, and then all of a sudden the Central Cass Squirrels will get a Carter Maggio homer in the fourth, a pair of Macau home runs, 1 in the fifth, 1 in the sixth, and then a 2-run jack as well by Kay McKinnon. So 7 home runs total in this contest. And that is our RDK Enterprises Precision Play of the Game. They're here to provide the customer service and support of your precision plant equipment. Call 701-636-2119 for RDK Enterprises. It pays to plant with precision from RDK Enterprises in Hillsboro and Drayton. Again, your final 10-5 Central Cass wins over Kindred-Richland. Coming up next here on your live event, it's Northern Cass and Oaks. That game probably looking closer to about a 2:55 or 3 o'clock start here in Enderlin. On behalf of Joey Hughes, I'm Chase Miller. Again, make sure you go to yourliveevent.com. Still got 3 more games in Enderlin. It's the Region 1 baseball tournament. Squirrels advance to the championship coming up on Monday at 7 o'clock. While for the Kindred-Richland Vikings, they will play at 5 o'clock on Monday in a loser-out game. If they win, they go to the championship as round. Again, your final, Squirrels win it 10-5 here on your live event.